All right. Wait for someone to hit the record. All right. So in session 11, I asked each of you what your favorite food was. In this session, I'm asking you what your least favorite food is.
Cabbage.
Any boiled meat.
Boiled goose.
Which is ironic, because in real life, I'm actually quite fond of boiled chicken.
Mine is blood sausage a thing? Because I think I'd go with blood sausage. Can you guys hear me, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I got you.
just make sure.
Blood sausage. The vampires would have loved that.
Mhm.
Of course, they would have probably wanted human blood sausage, not pig.
I think that's just a penis.
No, it's
Well, that's a roleplay choice.
blood sausage is actually a foul food that I don't know how anyone in real life eats.
Mm.
The congealed blood of a pig, and you're just gonna put that in your mouth and chew it.
Ooh.
Yeah, when they say blood
they
sausage,
take blood and put it in a sausage casing, and then I think boil it.
Mm. What culture does that come from? I have to guess.
It's in like whenever you hear about a full English breakfast, blood sausage is part of that, and people wonder why they make fun of British people's cuisine. Hey, at least our stuff just does the normal stuff like make you fat.
Yep, that's what I thought. Also comes from Scotland.
Why put blood in it when you could just put 2 pounds of butter?
The Scottish are just the kings of making foul food, actually.
Well, you work with what you have.
Sheep stomachs.
Listen, they weren't going to waste any part of the sheep. I mean, they already have to kill their second wife. Why are they going to waste any of the parts of it?
I don't fucking know. Maybe because they're gross.
Hey, watch it.
Sorry to all the Scottish viewers.
I am allegedly also Scottish in addition to Irish, but that's unproven because that comes from the side of the family that lies. So
anytime I hear about anything Scottish, all it makes me think of is the guy from Simpsons. The Scots hate the Irish. The Scots hate the English. The Scots even hate the Scots.
Yep. I watched a 20-minute video that's like the historical summary of the history of Scotland. One of my favorite jokes was that they were talking about all the different wars they'd had against like England and the Britons and the Norse and the Vikings, and then from this period on, all the other countries left Scotland alone for around 150 years, letting the Scottish fight the Scottish, just the way God intended.
Yeah, like the Scottish are good at lots of things. Just making edible food isn't one of them.
Man, we're throwing some Scottish shades.
No, you should really look up what they eat in Iceland.
That's worse.
I've heard a lot of Scottish people defend Scottish food. I've heard a lot of Icelandic people go, "Yeah, I don't know why we eat this. It's bad."
What is it, surströmming, where they take fish, ferment it in a jar underground, like literally underground, and then they dig it up and eat it.
I do actually somehow know what that is, and thank God it's actually illegal to fish those fish they use for it now because they're endangered. So no more of that foul garbage.
I guess it must have been a really popular dish somehow.
If you open it, people immediately vomit. Open it.
From what I've heard, it's mostly because it's a cultural dish.
Yeah, that's what a lot of the stuff like blood sausage is these days.
Like even the official pictures of them look foul. Like not the
Mhm.
fish itself, but the jars of surströmming.
Hmm.
Like, look at that. This is just literally from the Wikipedia article. None of that looks appetizing.
Nope. I mean, no. Like the rock underneath looks all right.
I'd rather suck on that than the fish.
Right.
You know, actually, if you dump the fish out, I might eat the tin.
No, it's soaked in there.
It's fermented. The can is literally bulging from the fish inside of it.
That's why I was taking my chances with the rock. It seemed less likely to be in contact with fish, but even that proximity might have tarnished it.
Yeah, there might be a big fucking sloppy ring on that rock right there. You'd have to get through.
You know what? I'm going to be contrarian. I don't know how it smells, but I'd take a bite of that.
I mean, I probably would too if someone offered it to
I
me.
mean, just watch
to
a
try
video
it.
of somebody opening the can.
Mhm.
Like it instantly retching, vomiting, gagging. It's
Yeah.
You see, you need to understand the context of the culture it comes from. Probably traditionally, when you would open the can in the olden days, it was -30, so smells don't really travel at that temperature.
Fair. I mean, I've had durian fruit, and that smells to high heaven, but it tastes fine. But I'm not sure about this one.
I don't know. I got adventurous once, and my friend gave me these fucking crickets or something, some kind of bug. But it turns out if you're allergic to shellfish, you're not supposed to eat bugs.
Mhm.
Because I guess
Right.
close enough.
That's what I always feel.
Well, I mean, if you're allergic to shellfish, I mean, what are bugs but just really tiny arthropods most of the
I
time?
mean, no, it makes sense when you think about it. They're basically land shrimp.
Yeah.
But I just didn't think it would I just didn't think eating something, made of bug would trigger my shellfish allergy.
Yeah, because like when you think of like a scorpion, for instance, those claws look suspiciously like lobster claws.
Mhm.
Indeed.
What are arthropods but damp insects?
My immune system agrees with you.
They just live at the coast.
They're tropical.
Yeah, I mean, pill bugs actually are closer related to crabs and such than bugs, but yeah, no, it's probably the same. Similar proteins making up the carapace.
Mm-hmm.
Nature's wild.
But after that tirade, I feel insufficient, having settled on Kier not liking onions.
What was that? You're pretty quiet on my end. If that was Kenneth's answer.
Said after that tirade, I feel like a little insufficient saying Kier just dislikes onions.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's pretty common.
Eat a whole onion.
Just stare at Kier. Take the onion out. Don't even peel it. Just eat it like an apple.
You see, I'm not a eat a whole onion person. I got a sibling who will just eat a whole onion because they just think it tastes good. Not that, but I will have onions on like my burger. But I know a lot of motherfuckers who order them without onions.
I'll eat cooked onions, but raw onion I don't like. It's just it's a texture thing, I think.
I once took an onion and I cut a hunk out of it like an apple slice, and I took a bite out of it. You know, I'm not saying I recommended it, but I'm saying that I chewed and swallowed and finished it.
All of it, or just the bite?
Just the apple slice wedge, not the entire onion.
Oh, I gotcha. I got it. Like
I wasn't gonna let food go to waste. There's people in Africa.
I mean, there's people in America too.
I just like saying that.
True.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Good point.
That was a completely factual statement.
For now.
Oh god.
Was that a threat, Loki?
Hashtag
good start already.
Goals.
So that just leaves us with the Vic.
Oh, I said green peas.
Green peas.
That thing I hate in real life.
Sounds
You're just-
too close like green peas, and he doesn't like that either.
There's not a damn thing wrong with green peas.
And
That's
if they love the whales so much, they can marry him.
I don't know why, but anytime I've tried to eat peas, if I put a spoonful of it in my mouth, I will literally vomit.
That's
I don't
not
know.
why.
I don't
that's
know
I
why.
chose
They're
that.
not that bad smell wise.
Well, I mean,
I
at
just-
least you gave peas a chance.
Wow.
I am not like that about peas, but I'm that about soy. I have literally been unable to have soy milk without blowing chunks about an hour later. It's just a thing my entire life. I don't know why. So I just avoid soy if at all
Yeah.
possible.
Is this an allergy?
I have no idea.
I think it's, for me, a lot of it boils down to texture. Like, even as a kid, certain textures bothered me, but I can get around most of it nowadays. But I think just the weird mushy but firmness of peas.
Yeah, like
Fucks with
mushy
me.
and outside.
It must be like an allergy
I
or
like
something
to-
for me in soy, because like I don't particularly care for the taste of soy milk, but it's not bad. It's just like, I would take normal milk instead, but sure, I'll deal with this. And then like an hour later, I'm over a toilet. That's wild.
I mean, truthfully, I don't know
That
if there's
sounds like an allergy.
Yep.
a food that people actually eat that I wouldn't try, because I don't think I've never thrown up because something's tasted so bad.
hmm
Peas are
Yeah.
my only exception. I can stomach pretty much anything else. I might not like things more than other things, but I don't know what it is about peas, which is weird because it's in everything. So I can't order a pot pie anywhere.
hmm
All right. Now that we got our list of horrific foods, I knew that conversation would generate that quick
Yeah.
a little bit of conversation in this group.
And if our world ever does go full cyberpunk, and in most cyberpunk settings they switch everything to soy, I suspect I'll just die.
Well, unless if it's Soylent Green, then you never know. Just
I guess
another
it
version
depends.
of soy.
It depends on what they feed their Soylent Green before they process it.
Soy can't be cheaper than potatoes.
You know it's bad when your Soylent Green starts to taste like Soylent Green. Anyway, for the recap. As we all know, the city is gripped by the merciless hand of Bloodvale that has infected the city. Last session, Vic, now a were-rat, woke up from a night he didn't remember after having succumbed to his lycanthropic curse. At the same time, Merrick and Luca were honing their skills a little bit more. Merrick getting a bit of a better bond with his hippogriff companion, and Luca preparing for his Order of the Torrent trial. Kier began concocting an incense to quell a bit of Bloodvale's grasp on the city, and maybe be able to help out folks in some way, even if it's not a cure. And then Vic, seeking some solutions, delved into a potential cure known as Lavender's Luxuriant Liniment. But the line to the shop was too long, and he was turned away.
And it's definitely not a scam.
Watch it turn out to be the actual cure.
All right. So after that, you guys headed to Field Marshal Cressida Croft, and as the resident authority in the city, she was able to point you in a direction that you could help, telling you about a dumping grounds of bodies that was far away from the Gray District where they belonged. Racker's Alley was the name of that area, and You discovered piles of bodies located outside of a small toy shop. It was there while investigating the bodies that you were ambushed by a couple of vampire spawn. And you made pretty short work of them. But on their bodies, you discovered some coins that revealed them to perhaps be of Ustalav origin. Other than that, I can't really think of anything else that happened last session.
We were going to start following a vampire's heart.
Ah, yes. Unfortunately, I will tell you, the creator of these vampire spawn is actually out of range of the spell.
Okay.
What's the range on it?
I think it's a few miles or something like that.
Well, that's good.
I could be wrong. It's been a minute. I remember we looked at it last time.
Let's see. It moves at 30 feet per round. Always staying within range. Let's see.
Carrying compass, yeah. Duration 10 minutes per level, so.
It's about half an hour times 30 feet per 6 seconds. Actually, no, it's 50 minutes at this point, just shy of an hour. So, good ways away, I suspect.
Yeah.
Extend rod.
Oh, yeah,
Anyone
that's true.
have access to speak with dead?
I think we did have someone who could use speak with dead, because I remember we used it on the corpse that didn't have a tongue.
I think we brought a scroll of that.
Ah.
Well, let me see. Let me see what level spell that is. Yeah, I don't have third level spells at this point. Let me see. So,
Yeah, Vixen Inquisitor in there.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Isn't full cleric. Because I pulled it up, and it's third level spell. And I don't
not
have
sure.
third spells because Alchemist doesn't get those till level 7.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Vic gets in
anyway.
it.
But
Vic is an Inquisitor, but they get their own spell list.
Yep.
Yeah, he
it
only
says
has
Inquisitor 3,
second
but I
level.
don't know if they have,
Because we are still only, what, level 5?
Level 5,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and they're slow.
Yeah, you don't get it. He doesn't get it until 7th level either.
all right. So, did some quick math. Looks like the creator is more than 3 miles out. So that is interesting.
Well, it's not like Ustalav's next door.
Right.
If they are in Ustalav, it would be indeed more than 3 miles away.
Yeah.
And I did remember.
It's like the distance of traveling from Spain to Moscow, essentially.
I did remember at the end of the session last time, I gave the 2 guards that we caught dumping the bodies a choice of either turning themselves in or I break their fingers. And one of them took one took the other, and then he went to go kill the other guy.
I memorized his face. I'll get him later.
Mm-hmm.
He should have taken my offer to just let him to get turned in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one that got turned in, I'm leaving him alone.
He's doing the good thing. A little too late, but still doing the good thing.
So
So
I've got a question. If it goes for almost 3 miles, does it just? It looks like it just drops to the ground at the end.
Well, so it only it doesn't go further than 30 feet from me. So I imagine once it kind of starts to reach the perimeter of town, I'm like, all right, well, this isn't. They're not nearby.
Either that or the spell just fails, one of the two.
Yeah, either way. So
I was just asking if we all just followed this thing for 3.5 miles and then it just kind of went pew pew pew.
And yeah,
Probably.
after it just falls.
Well, that was useless.
So we're back at square one.
Well, at least we know its creator isn't in town. That's something. Or at least not in town at the moment.
Anyways, that's worse.
Although, were the vampires tied into anything, or were they just where we happened to find a bunch of dead bodies or discarded bodies?
they were basically using it as like a disposal bin, but then the vampires, I think, just kind of showed up and be like, "Hey, free food."
But if the vampire spawn are that far away from their creator, I highly doubt they're just wanderers that were already living within the city.
Do we find any information? Because I know we found stuff from like the toy manufacturer and whatnot, but do we ever find anything about these vampires?
Only the coinage saying they're from Ustalav.
Okay.
Or assumedly.
Yeah, you guys have their loot, which I typed up. Last thing I typed. If you scroll up.
Okay.
I have an idea. I'm not sure if it'll go anywhere, but Vic,
Alright.
you're probably the only one. You're probably the only one that would be able to do it. You could ask around to shops and see if there has anyone purchased anything recently with a lot of Ustalavian coin. Maybe it might lead us somewhere of maybe someone who's relatively new in town.
Yeah, sure, he'll do that.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of out of ideas of asking around at this point, so even if it's a far stretch, it's something.
He would visit some merchants he knows and try diplomacy to gather information for. If
I'm not sure if we're on the next day or not, because I think we did this at the end of the night. So
what are you doing? What are you saying to them when you go
Sorry.
up? So what are you trying to gather information on?
So he was going to go visit some of the merchants that he has positive relationships with and ask if they have had any, I can't say the word, Ustalavan.
The Ustalav coins come in like in bulk, like maybe someone who's from Ustalav came by recently to buy stuff.
Yeah, if they've noticed any coming into circulation.
That way we might be able to track some newcomers into town, or at least get the idea of who they might be. Because we're still trying to find out whoever this Urgathoa worshipper is. So if they're from that area, maybe it might lead us to them. It might be a red herring, wild goose chase. We're not sure.
Well, I'll just give you this, Vic, because you would know this as a member of the bank. Ustalav coins aren't going to spend in Korvosa. You got to turn those in at the bank, get yourself the equivalent in exchange in Korvosan coins. And,
All right. He's going to head back to the bank and ask there if we've had any large money transactions of Ustalavan.
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 The people from Ustalav are, I believe, called Ustalavites. If I remember correctly.
I prefer Ustalavans.
I like that
like
too.
McLovins.
Go ahead and just looking through like the ledgers the bank keeps of all these transactions.
Sure. Do you want me to do like a profession?
Yeah.
The most work he's done in this entire campaign.
Really don't want to be in the office.
Watch, he initiates a audit on Kier just for the lulz.
No wonder he doesn't like to be in the office.
Where do we keep the audit records? Is this the
Looking
bathroom?
through it's just going to take you longer because Corvos is a very big city that has a lot of immigrants and transactions going in and out of the city to other nations all of the time. So it's quite a long thing to look through. And there are, here and there are transactions from Ustalav, but it's not,
No
10,000
significant.
coins transferred into Corvosan currency.
Oh, that sounds like a dead end.
I had a feeling it would be, but it seemed like an idea at least.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping that the lockdown might have reduced the amount of foreign coinage that made it in.
I have heard about this woman on the other side of town who's supposedly concocted a cure for blood veil. I haven't had time to go by if one of you wanted to
Do we
investigate.
need to have you roll a bluff for that?
Sure.
Okay. I'm not gonna roll a pose. 24 is good enough. I just if I remember one thing from last session, is Vic causing a really big scene in a perfume.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this is him not wanting to go back and be ridiculed.
You just say you haven't had time. Like, why wouldn't you have time to figure out the cure for this disease?
No, she says she's figured out the cure. I don't really trust it, but I haven't had time to go by and get a sample. I'm very
Wait,
busy.
why wouldn't you have time
Very
for the most
busy.
apparent important thing of the city?
I ask you to pick up a
busy.
sample. Yeah. Ray, you want to scope this place out with me? At the very least, we'll be able to get there early.
Who'd you ask?
Barrel Walker, when you go make
Right,
great us.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can always just go in there at night, acquire a sample.
I didn't hear this.
That's your
Didn't
own
say
choice.
steal, acquire.
Would you
Buy
say
it
the
in
name of the
after
place
hours.
once?
Yeah. Oh, I will say, Luca, stealing a small sample of perfume, I would argue, is not the most victim-inducing of a crime.
Yeah, he'll happily pay 2 copper for it.
Well, if it winds up being worth something, you can always go back and give her money. And I agree with the gray here.
Priest of Abdar condoning theft.
It's the Church of Abadar. They always condone theft.
Not in this scenario. I wouldn't call it thieving. Call it investigation. Like I said, if it ends up being
Quality
worth
control.
quality control. In fact, she should be required to bring me a sample, and
fraud
we test it on the
investigation.
government.
Yeah.
Only we could put together a regulatory board to determine whether medicines are worthwhile.
Oh, Cope's about to get into library RP again.
He's gonna have all the people in town start signing contract after contract. It's gonna be awful.
Man, could
No
you
one's gonna
imagine
read
what-
the fine print.
You could imagine what kingdom building would like if Cope was playing Vic instead of Thrum.
Oh, God.
Oh, he'd be the banker for sure.
Just freaking flipping tables and Fergus was throwing. I am the banks. I tell you what to do. You go on. If I say go to war, you go to war. Damn it! Slap him.
Something tells me he'd fit right into the family too.
Dude, that Vic's mom just gave birth into a dimensional portal.
We got private dwarven defense contractors to pay.
Know what I'm coming back as is if Thrum dies.
Vic
Like-
Hops realities.
Like BlackRock, which you don't need to change the name because it sounds
I
dwarfy
was
enough.
gonna say that's
Yeah.
a perfect dwarf name. He comes in with his own organization, the Pinkertons.
Oh, God. And somehow that's the best and most appropriate name we've come up with yet.
We
Me, it's all my fault.
Anyway, so am I breaking into a perfume shop or what?
All right.
You know, they're
Got it.
breaking in,
Is-
probably.
Last we left, we were starting Star Day here.
Was this another day past being energy drained?
I think we did the energy drain stuff last time.
Okay.
If I'm right,
I
look
s-
up.
I did get my energy drained twice, so I wasn't sure if this is the second day past.
No, I remember we did the day transition at
Okay.
the end of the session, but we haven't started this day yet.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
So
Late
we'll
night
get to
slash
Darrow.
morning.
I guess he's going to be doing stuff later in the day. What's going on with Kier, Kenneth?
I mean, if we're just starting out the day and leaving the scene of the vampires, I thought we were going to go to the perfume place.
All right. Is that? Oh, are you guys saying you wanted to go to the perfume place?
I assume all that discussion was like after the spell had failed to find the vampire, like maybe 30 minutes after that.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. So you guys want to do it that night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Barrow, who I'm guessing is going to be the one scouting out. You see the way this is set up is there is a door to a fence which leads into an alley between two buildings, and then in that alley is the door to the shop.
The front door of the shop or the back door?
The front door. You have to remember these shops are basically built
Yeah,
into
yeah.
apartment buildings.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So the entrance is actually at the side, not in the front. In the front is a glass window through which you can see the interior of the store.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just move you over to the map because I got dynamic lighting set up.
Okay. Always a good sign. Sorry, I was just realized how shady this business was when the front door is in the alley.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I told you guys the story or not of the massage place in my hometown that was absolutely a secret brothel. Like, no doubt.
Nice. No windows.
Okay. No windows, only a door. The open sign had a heart around it. It had cheetah print curtains, and it was only accessible via a side door in an alley behind a subway.
Nice.
That was like that is 100% a secret brothel.
So here's an interesting question for you, Hero. What are you using to see right now? Because it's nighttime.
Right, because they don't. Oh, right. Actually, I do have something for this. Seeing slime. I boil it into a kind of gel, and then I wipe it over my eyes, and it gives me 60 feet of dark vision or 30 feet of dark vision for 24 hours.
Okay.
Boop, there you go. And just take away one of my doses. It can result in a nasty rash of repeated uses, but to be fair, with my complexion, I don't think it's really going to matter.
Oh no, my skin. It's
Mhm.
all rashy.
Okay.
Can you guys see Barrow Walker there?
Not presently.
Okay.
I
give
just
me
see
a
a
second
black.
so that you can.
I was going with him there, but
I think I'm doing the preliminary scouting since we're talking about breaking in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me go. How do you get other people to see a token? I just have to give them permissions on your
You
sheet?
have to give them permission on my sheet. It's the only way.
That's dumb.
It is very dumb.
Well, I think that should have fixed it. So
Yep,
they
I see it.
I can see you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright. Am I good to move, Michael?
Yep. And if you go up to that window, just tell me and I'll reveal what's behind it.
Alright. I'll to the window.
All right.
There we go. Okay. I don't see any stairs or anything.
Nope. It appears that this shop is just on the first floor here.
Gotcha.
Upper floors are used as apartment buildings.
Would I have any reason to believe that there's an internal access from the apartment above?
No. That would be like if there was internal access from the apartment above into someone else's apartment.
Fair. Sometimes people live over their source. Worth an ask. The alley that leads into it, is it to my left or right from here?
It is this direction.
Okay.
There's a door. Give me a perception as you approach over here.
Sure. Just a
There's a
guy on
door
the street.
to a fence, so you can.
Weird masked guy on the street.
Opening
Natural one.
windows, totally.
Looking great.
Yeah, so you don't notice anything there.
Man,
Yep.
that out of 4 rolls, that is 3 natural ones.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This is
That
gonna
is
be a rough session.
But let's just be glad it's not in combat, okay?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Got an idea, but I need to consult some stuff first. All right. How long would a don't I have a potion of? Yeah. How long does a potion of invisibility last?
What spell level is for invisibility is level 2, right?
I think it's 3.
Yeah, 2 sounds a little low.
Yeah, because I remember we had this discussion by the before the start of the campaign about
It's
how
a second
later on-
level spell, so
Yeah,
it is?
that means
2 minutes or 3 minutes. by
yeah,
people.
so 3 minutes per potion.
Okay. So, here's my plan. I'm going to press my back up against the wall there. In one hand, I'll take out Crab Smasher. In the other hand, I'm going to pull out a vial that is a potion of invisibility I got from a while back. Then I'm going to swing my hammer, shattering the window. And then I am going to drink an invisibility potion and stealth to see if anyone comes.
Okay.
I'll roll for the stealth. I'm pretty sure I
Yeah.
didn't need to roll for the window.
Yeah, just give me a stealth.
Okay, at least that's good. And that's not including the bonus for invisibility.
Okay. So this door is going to open, and around the corner, we're going to come two bodyguards that are both going to make a perception check.
And invisibly adds plus 10, if I remember
20.
correct. 20?
Plus 20
Oh,
if you're holding still.
and I am holding still, so that's a 41.
Yeah, I don't think. Let me see. Yeah, their max is a 28, and it's a skill check, so they're not going to see you.
Actually, it's a plus 40 if they're holding still.
No.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Plus
God.
20 with movement.
So I am capital G gone.
You are the knight.
Yeah, but they basically, one of them goes, "What the hell?" And the other one goes, "Should one of us go tell the boss?" And they basically agree and return.
I want to Assassin's Creed follow them through the door, just like behind them, but invisible and stealthed.
Okay. Yeah. So as you start moving and go through this door here, just give me another stealth check.
Yep. Is there an invisible condition? There is not. I might look into that later because I'll be doing this a lot in the future. Okay, so lower, but that is still like 37.
Yep. So they continue not to notice you. One guy stops in front of the door.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy continues down and around the corner.
I'm gonna follow the guy around the corner. Oop, no, there we go.
He knocks on this door right in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
And a few minutes later, a woman comes to the door. He says, "I think some bum came and broke your front shop window." And she says, "You didn't catch him? What the hell do I hire you for?" And as this happens, she says, "As long as you keep him out of the workroom, we'll be fine. But you're in charge of getting arrangements for that window to get fixed." And then she basically slams the door on him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. If this guy's coming back my way, I like give him space so he can make sure he can get past me if he's walking back again.
Yep. He posts up back in that corridor.
Mm-hmm.
And they continue their guarding.
Okay. This is an extremely narrow little alley, right?
Yes.
Is there any way I can I would prefer acrobatics, but I can roll climb as well, to kind of like brace my shoulder against one wall or grab onto something to work my way up the building within the alley?
So these are both multi-story apartment buildings.
Yes.
So it'll take you a minute.
Yeah, that's fine. My goal is to get up over them and then just drop down to the other side of the door, essentially just going over their head because people don't look up when they're on guard duty.
Yeah.
That's just this is all just for me to get past them back to the front of the shop again.
Give me a climb check.
Come on, no whammies. 26!
26. This is definitely not flat, so
Mhm.
plenty of handholds. Yeah, that'll do it just fine. So you
Okay.
go up along the roof here and down across the other side.
Okay. Probably by now my invisibility potion's worn off.
Probably.
All right, so my plan is that I am going to try to stealthily climb through the hole of the shattered window I made into the main shop again.
All right. Give me another stealth as you crawl through the hole there.
I feel like I'm playing thief right now.
And that pretty much is.
A little bit.
Where you follow the guard and then they give plot important information, then you sneak past them and you go through the other way. So that's 28. No invisibility or anything fancy this time.
Yep, no one notices you.
Okay.
For a 28, they'll actually need to roll. Sorry. I forgot you weren't invisible anymore, but you just said it. Because they can actually possibly make that on a crit.
Mhm.
But they did not, so you're good.
Okay. So I'm in the shop
Um,
now.
Yeah, let me just get
Yeah,
the air here. So you enter the perfumery here, and you still smell the perfume in the air of people coming in and testing and all sorts of other things put in the air purposefully to draw in customers.
Mhm.
There's a dizzying assortment of bottles, from gaudy ceramic containers to graceful crystalline vials. They have a variety of labels, and they're basically strewn across tables, shelves, and racks. Across from the front door is lavender tinted glass panes runs a long counter stacked high with hundreds of simple clay files bearing round magenta stoppers. Behind the counter, violet flourishes swoop across a sign reading Lavender's Luxurious Liniment. Either you've got it or you've had it.
Description sounds like a plague. Oh my god, is this a plague vector?
That could be.
Is there a door to what looks like a back room or anything?
Nope, no other doors than the one that leads out into the alleyway.
Certain the workshop would be. I guess that's me goofing up there.
Yeah, well, you'd still steal the sample of it while you're in there.
Yeah, I see the one that Vic told us about somewhere in here, right?
Yes, there is a large stock of Lavender's luxuriant liniment kept in this room.
Okay. Like maybe on like this table over here or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll take a couple vials of that. And I'm thinking here for a moment. Let me look at my items again. These tools. No potion of invisibility. I've hung out with Luca for a while. Would I know if, as a Hell Knight, he would look into like local break-ins or property damage? Is that something that he would stick his head into?
I mean,
With
you would
this
know
help-
from experience that I'm pretty nosy.
You know that the Hell Knights of the Order of the Nail are pretty damn strict about stuff regarding the law, so you don't know too much about his particular weird sect he's a part of.
All right. I don't know what would be a good skill here. But what do you think I could use to determine how possibly flammable a couple of these liquids are? It doesn't need to be like a big flame, just for some low-key property damage. Just to let you know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about making the vandalism bigger, jumping out the window and booking it, and then informing Luca to go poking around the site in a more official capacity.
Well,
The
I
next
just
day.
Googled it, and most perfumes contain more than 24% of alcohol by volume, which is highly flammable.
Fully. I'm sure they've
Yeah,
got like a
hair
lamp or something
perfume's a good lighter fluid.
to light it around. I'm sure they keep like an oil lamp or something within this room to light it as the sun's setting. I said I assume they keep
for
like
a
an
source of fire.
Yeah, I'm looking for a source of fire, so I assume they keep like an oil lamp in here for like late nights and stuff.
Yeah, there's like a candle or an oil lamp or something.
All right. So what my plan is I'll take a few of the. Okay, so. Okay, so here's my ultimate plan. I'm gonna go over this back wall here. I'm gonna pull out my dagger, and in common, I'm going to scratch big graffiti words that say "fuck Abadar." Then I'm going to empty some vials of perfume onto the ground, and then as I jump out the window, I am going to throw the lit lantern on the perfume and run out at top speed.
Yep. And if you look behind you, you quickly see the two thugs that were hired to stand outside go in and start trying to put out the fire.
Mm-hmm. Probably not big enough to take down the building, which is fine. Just to cause a little havoc. So I'll reconvene with Kier, and I will give him the vials of perfume. Inform him that they're hiding something in the back workshop, something that they're willing to pay muscle to keep people away from. I made a little scene that Luca or Vic might want to look into tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll get on analyzing these. I hope that doesn't mean something worse is going on. But, good work, I guess. As I look over at smoke billowing out the window.
First rule of any B&E: prepare your escape first. Yeah, so I'll use whatever means that we have to get that message to Luca and Vic that, hey, you may want to look into something that went down at the perfume store.
Mm-hmm. So I guess from there, I'm go back to my lab and get into this. Best case scenario, it works. Worst case scenario, apparently now we're thinking plague vector. So, yeah.
Just that advertisement is so ominous. It's like, that's literally how they described COVID. You're either going to get it or you've already had it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Vigilante did his job. Time for the fuzz. No one died. Can't blame me.
They know of just a little bit of arson. They die, it's their fault.
Light property damage and graffiti.
Arson.
Next morning, you wake up, whole district burned down. Wow.
High score.
Yeah, it was horrible. An old woman died because she couldn't get out of bed.
And it was a room full of flammable perfumes.
I know.
2 whole orphanages burned down.
Spread up and up.
It did solve the gang war between those orphanages, though.
Yeah. I mean, what were they going to do? Tell their parents?
Oh,
Well, they can now. They're dead.
Coach just got that.
oh, their parents. Oh.
So yeah. I live closer to Vic, so I'll probably inform him first and tell him that if he maybe wants Luca to poke around, since he definitely has not gone there himself.
You did all that in the night, right? So I guess you would tell me the next morning.
Yeah, I'll tell you the next morning, and I won't say I graffitied and burned a perfume shop. I said there was an incident at that perfume shop you told me about. You and Luca might want to look into.
Are we gonna jump to next morning?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what I was gonna say.
I guess.
Unless anyone else knows what they want to do.
Do I need to roll to analyze this perfume?
Yeah, give me a. You are at an alchemy lab, so it'll be.
Alchemy lab. He is the alchemy lab.
I mean, to be fair, you probably would tell Vic when we do our morning get together to prevent disease on each other. So
Oh
I'd
yeah,
probably find out
So
about
I'll
it at the same
I'll just
time.
inform everyone then.
I just forgot that we kind of do that roundabout thing right now.
Yeah, I forget it a lot too. But yeah, I inform everyone then that there was an incident at the. I heard that there was an incident at the perfume shop last night.
Oh, is that another Guy Fieri show? Any
The panacea, pestilence, or perfume?
Just give me a craft alchemy to try.
Guys, triple P goes with his triple D and triple G.
Change it to pancetta.
29.
All right.
Shop.
Pancetta, pestilence, or perfume.
You are able to discern that this elixir is not a non-magical substance created with some sort of combination of sugar, cheap perfume, and river water.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know if it cures the disease?
Probably not.
It's got sugar in it, so it is both It is both a scam and expensive to make.
No more so than the generic placebo effect, but considering it's a highly virulent plague, we probably shouldn't rely on that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I mean, I guess Crescent is our contact with the guard as to what should be done with, someone selling a fake perfume.
I still think we should poke around there ourselves first.
I mean, she'd probably let you. She's let us run amok otherwise. As long as she can vaguely justify it to herself.
Stay at arm's length from being blamed.
I don't know what you're talking about. You guys are great little henchmen for her.
All right. We're doing everything she asks, no questions.
We do need to.
And we don't get paid anymore.
We do need to deduct spells for the delay disease using the extend rod.
I'll do them. How many are we? Do you know what rotation we're on?
I think it might be 3 today.
All right, I'll do 2.
I'll do 1.
But as I said, I do inform the group about there's something in the back shop they want to keep away from people, so it might be worth looking into.
Well, everyone put on your best, most authoritative uniforms, and let's go and cause a problem.
Well, I'll go by the bank and see if we have, or do I know offhand, Michael, if we have any kind of loan out to them for inventory?
Well, Barrow did just say that someone wrote "fuck Abadar" on the wall. So.
Yeah, seems like it was like some anti-Church of Abadar activity, honestly.
It must be those goddamn socialists.
But what I'm saying is, did we fund what just burned, and do I need to go collect?
I see.
You would be able to find out pretty easily that the Bank of Abadar is pretty stingy when it comes out to giving loans.
Yeah, we don't need to be financing any snake oil salesman.
Especially one whose activities might be illegal under Corvosan law.
Aha. That's our end.
Yes. That's why I kind of maybe said we should tell her.
Hey, whatever you guys want to do, I've done my Batman thing.
Yeah, well, let's go get the law behind us, I would say. You two are correct. She has pretty much given us free will to pursue everything we've brought to her.
So you guys are going to bring this matter to Cressida Croft?
It's up to them. I'm leaving it in the hands of the fuzz.
Yes, we're going to absolutely stay on the right side of the law.
All right.
Or we can do it the fun way.
So look,
You-
while we were breaking in and then we sabotaged and burned the place down, we noticed that they were doing some illegal shit that we need to go investigate.
Hey, I won't attend the meeting with Cressida Croft. How about that?
Good idea.
So you guys travel to the Citadel and you talk to Cressida Croft, and she believes your story, but she tells you that she cannot arrest anyone until she has proof that they're actually scamming people.
And I'd present my findings about it. About it not being a thing. Plus, you had to grab 2 of them.
Yeah, so you probably have an extra one.
Yeah, so
Be like, shit's
could
water
run
and
some
sugar.
sort of test. I sent the good priest of Abadar here to collect these the other day.
Okay, so Kira's obviously very smart. How smart do you think he is at conveying information? So,
Let's see. Got a 9 charisma, so
So definitely given the analytics of the formula.
give me a diplomacy check to try and describe the process you've gone through to prove that that is what it's made of.
12.
I was gonna say, can someone aid? I'm not sure if anyone else would know what he's talking about.
I mean, I could give guidance, but that's just a +1. I don't have experience with alchemy to back him up on it.
You could also something like put it into layman's terms or something.
Mhm. Oh, yeah. I said no alchemy, so I could try to. Oh, no. I don't think this is my skill set.
Come on, Vic. Mansplain to the captain.
Vic would.
Does
let
anybody have
Kier-
points in linguistics?
I'm not there.
Vic would listen and let Kier, the specialist, describe what he is an expert at, because that just makes perfect sense to the banker, and he would listen, very interested. But then if I can get a sense motive, if Cressida Croft is not following,
Yeah, if you're just trying to see if she's not following, you can see that with the 12, he's having a hard time understanding why exactly the process Kier went through proves it's these chemicals and implements that were used.
so if you would allow, Vic would jump in and say, Phil Marshall, I think the proof is in the pudding, so to speak. It doesn't exactly matter what they're putting in here that's fake. It's the fact that our specialist has determined that it is fake and that they are selling a scam. What else would you need to go forward on removing their falsehood from our trade?
Well, I mean, ideally, we'd have the implements used to create the concoction, but I agree that Kier is quite a talented alchemist, and so we'll investigate the matter further.
With the lack of manpower lately, would you like to assign us as a special unit to go investigate for you?
As you know, Vic, I can't exactly do anything overt with you. I'm still trying to escape the gaze of the queen, but if you want to look into the situation and find more proof, then I would be more than happy to take you on that.
Vic would look at the others. People nodding.
I'm not there.
I guess.
Keen eyesight. Well, we'll see what we can discover. I would say let's head on over. I mean, the Bank of Abadar doesn't like
Gotta keep
people
to them
selling
banking
snake
hours.
oil. And I just don't like this lady. It's personal now. Respect my authority.
Yeah, I guess we're heading over to the perfume shop to raise some hell.
Okay, at this time of day, it's much the same situation Vic saw before with a line heading out the door. Walking into the shop, there is a new but distinctly different person standing in the front telling everyone about their miracle story with the liniment.
So they're open even though they had a broken window and a fire last night?
Yeah,
Gotta
they're
make
on
money somehow.
they're on Dollar Tree rules.
Hey,
Waffle
don't talk
House.
about my wife's work that way.
Ooh. I just heard stories about someone got robbed at gunpoint at a Dollar Tree, and they called corporate, and they're all like,
How long is
20
it going to take to get opened?
Yeah, how long till you open the store? They're like, it was 15 minutes ago. And
Yeah, it's not far off from what happens daily.
And a plank of wood nailed over the window, but
is my graffiti that I cut into the wall still there?
yeah, it's definitely still there right now.
They did a little line on the bottom of the ace, and now it says Babadar.
But you see at the front, the woman is just saying, people are so desperate to get a hold of this cure that they're literally busting down the doors.
Is Barrow back with us? It looks like there's no.
I mean, if you guys want me to tag along,
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah,
I'll just be in your shadow.
I think the best way to get the proof is for us to come back at a time like you did, I presume, to get those last 2 vials when we won't have to deal with these people.
While we're talking about this, we could probably ask Vic, by the way, and just ask him, are you good at lying?
I don't like to consider it lying,
That's a yes.
but
I'm pretty sure I have an old badge somewhere from when I was a guard if you want to use that to try to lie your way in later. I generally object to that kind of thing, but it seems to me they're doing worse than what we'll do to stop them from doing this.
yes, I'd rather not have a confrontation in the middle of broad daylight in front of so many civilians. I think the best course
You're
of
the
action
cops. That's all you do.
would
It's
be
the bank, actually.
Yeah.
Which is still what they do.
sometimes the path of least resistance is the best to take. You don't
You,
Someone
don't
start
take-
another riot.
you filled
Yeah.
this up, like the apartments in the back, right? There didn't seem to be a workshop inside the place.
Yeah, it's around back.
So
Yeah, I'll just say
keep
there-
an extract of invisibility and keep a hold of one myself and suggest we find another way into the alley. Since there's a huge crowd up there, we can at least scope out where the workshop might be.
remember, if this giant crowd sees you attempting to stop production of the plague cure that they clearly believe in, public opinion is going to turn fast against you.
Also, if we do this in present day, our faces are going to get out, and that doesn't seem good with the current regime.
I vaguely gesture to the mask I am currently wearing.
We can't all wear masks, Ray.
Yeah, that'd be good cover.
Luca, we
Does anyone
all
have any dice? Thinking me and Gray could hang out in the back alley shooting dice, pretending to be gambling there. It's like cover.
I gave you guys so much probable cause to search the premises.
Mm-hmm.
just a wagon load of it. All right, let's sneak into the back.
Hey, I'm relying on the guy who can talk his way into things.
Yeah, or
If I go in there, I'm gonna keep kicking doors down.
take
Yeah,
the
but don't
unofficial
y'all
route.
remember I've already failed at talking my way into her, so she's gonna remember that out of character.
I put fuck Abadar on the wall, my man.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to be charming. You can be the asshole who's all like, I knew there was something rotten about this place. I need to search everything.
Yeah, play the persistent banker.
Yeah.
We're not here to befriend her. We're here to piss her
Yeah.
off, anyways.
Don't y'all know when the bank sees, we seize at 5:00 on Friday. We aren't gonna come at the broad daylight.
It is Friday. Look at the calendar.
Literally set it up for you.
Oh, that's funny. It is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, looks like it's
No,
one
it's
of those-
Saturday.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's-
stew day.
Looks like it's
Yeah, it's Star Day, which
Tuesday.
is Saturday. Fire Day is Friday because the week starts on a Monday on this calendar.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, still, it's a weekend.
5 o'clock
guess-
somewhere. Tell them to call it quits for the day.
Guess Kira and I are sneaking around back. Just to forewarn you guys in character, if I have to break into here a second time tonight, there's a high possibility you're gonna have to help me drag out 3 bodies.
Well, it's the next
Oh,
morning.
yeah.
but
I'd rather
still.
do that at night than during the broad daylight because that's where this is gonna go.
Yeah.
It's easy to remember on the calendar because Sunday is Sunday.
Think they got to the end of the calendar and had lost all creative juices.
The rest
I
of the
think-
party going to do anything while we're going
I-
around? Or?
Guess not.
I'm not subterfuge isn't really my thing.
They seem really stuck on that invisible line on the sidewalk.
So you guys walk in and get told to go to the back of the line, and then leave.
Those 3 or
I guess that's what the 3 of them are doing. The Hell Knight, the banker, and the militia member.
yeah, we were looking for a different way into that alley because it looked like it went off to the 2 different sides back there.
Yeah. And we're gonna sneak in through that direction. I mean, if all else fails, how heavy are you, Kier?
Eh,
Vic, what if we at least cause a distraction just by
41
approaching them again
pounds.
and saying,
I was just thinking the best option, not even to come in at dark, literally just come when they're closing. Because that way they don't have time to try to gather things up if we do go in there and like kick the doors down. Instead of
That'd be
if we go in the broad daylight, there's going to be a point where someone's going to recognize our faces and talk about people about us, which is my concern.
that's true. We
especially
don't
with the-
necessarily have to do it during the height of the business day.
Yeah, I'm not saying we'd wait until it's like pitch black out, but I think we should come here during like the closing shift when there's like only a couple stragglers left, and then come in and start throwing around our authority because less people going to notice us, but we're not going in like in the pitch black darkness. Where like, why would a guard come at this time of day?
Yep. Or right when they open their door in the morning.
Especially
I'm
after
fine
the
with
fire
that
at
being-
night. We hear there's a fire last night.
All right, you can finish formulating your plan. I'm
I
gonna
don't
take a
think there is one.
Yeah. Kier, you said Kenneth, you said Kier is 41 pounds?
Yeah, plus like
Okay,
8
so
pounds a
even with
year.
all my equipment, 41 pounds does not take me to my light load, so I probably could climb with you on my back.
Quite possibly.
Although this is only a one-story building, isn't it? Like in terms of
Yeah,
like, the
but
store itself.
remember that trick I did getting between the alleys to get over fences without being seen?
Mhm.
Especially if I let's see. I think it's first level content.
Also,
Yeah,
since
monkey
Michael's
fish.
Michael's taking a bio, I'll take a quick bio while
Yeah.
we try to.
Oh,
Because
good
my
time.
idea, well, anyone who's listening, I was gonna say we come back in the evening. I just shove my way in while Vic does the talking, and I just proceed to start investigating without even saying anything, so I don't have to actually lie.
I think that works.
Because I can just wear my old guard badge and just walk in while Vic does the talking for me. And if they stop me, they're interfering with an investigation.
Perhaps.
I think while we're causing that sort of distraction, that might be a good opportunity for a sneak team to take a peek behind the scenes.
Yeah. I just think we shouldn't do it in the broad daylight when there's like a line of people.
Yeah, that's fair. A lot of collateral damage we don't need to deal with.
Yeah. I'm already pretty noticeable, so having a bunch of people just see me just barging into a place isn't probably the brightest idea.
I'm back.
Yo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you guys had left before I had communicated. The reason I was thinking about coming back in the evening is I would just force my way into the building while Vic does the talking while I'm wearing my old guard badge, essentially,
Mm-hmm.
and just start investigating around while he's doing the talking, so I don't actually have to lie, because I cannot talk to people very well.
I do feel like there's a cross section where you could use intimidate instead of lying.
Oh, I'm still gonna definitely use intimidate if they ask me any questions. Just like, what are you doing? Looking for things. Now step back, because it's not long. I am looking for things. And then Vic can do the talking while I'm doing that. And like what Merrick says, while I'm doing that, it could probably create a disruption for you all to like that can go invisible to go investigate the back, because I'm sure the guy up in the back is going to come out and start talking to us.
I think I'll join the front of store team and help with the investigation and use my perception up there. That way we have a smaller team in the back that's more stealthy.
Yeah. And then if you do it at the end of the day, any of the people that are still around are still going to be like, oh, what's happening? And then, if it turns out that there's actually something, they would spread rumors and the rumor mill would begin. But it wouldn't be like, oh, hey, I saw this guy who's a former guard, yada, yada. Or I saw this guy from the bank and he was totally just shaking them down. That's not what the bank should do.
I mean, who cares?
I know. It like in my character's mind, it's probably like the Queen's Guard doesn't. We do not want to get them involved, and the more they know our faces, the more that they're probably going to get involved.
Mm-hmm.
What's the What's the skill you use for basically double talk?
Bluff.
Bluff. Okay.
Or yeah, bluff. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah, deceive or lie, feign harmlessness, perform inconspicuous action.
So they're still kind of set on doing it late in the evening.
Yeah, basically come by at closing time. Because too populated right now.
All right.
Scope the place out at least.
Yeah, they're going to still try to investigate, I think, but Team Gung Ho Action is the ones that are apparently hanging back right now.
So showing up at closing time, they're not letting anyone else in, but there are still a couple people inside you can see through the window.
Is there like anything we saw during the day?
Yeah, because
I mean,
Kier and Barrow were gonna try to like find a way to like sneak around and investigate during the day.
Oh, well, it's easy enough to get back into that alley area by just going around another building.
Yeah.
They just want to see if they can see anything else while they're like.
Yeah, like pretty sure that room is to where the workshop was, and I just biffed it last night when I crawled back out.
All right,
So,
so Barrow and
That's
Kier.
there. If we're sorry, go ahead.
Barrow and Kier are the ones going.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys don't have to do stealth checks yet because they're kind of occupied in the front of the store. But once you start getting into trying to get into places, you probably will.
Okay, for the most part, I think for a little while we're at least scoping that door out from a safe distance.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the Diplo party, as soon as they start to say to the last people in line, start to give that body language of, I'm sorry, y'all have to come back tomorrow. That's when we're going to basically attack the front door. Whoever's there, rush right up to them. Luca's going to push his way in. I'm going to start talking, yelling, shouting code at them about as City Code Ordinance 10, Paragraph 3, lines 4 through 7. Any merchant whose dabbling wares in the city abides by their reputational risk and attests to the fact that their goods are what they say they are. We have proof and need to seize all of these potions that you say are curing the plague and are clearly not. And let
I feel like
I was
Cope's
going to
done something like this
roll
before.
bluff for a double speak to.
And as you're doing that, Marek would immediately start searching and kind of distract them and get them, just being proactive and already starting to rifle through stuff to see if that could add as a bit of a don't stop that, but just kind of divide up their attention a bit.
Okay.
So, and is Luca there? Luca's in the front.
Yeah, I'm just gonna as soon as we knock on the door to start an investigation, I'm just gonna step in and ignore any of their comments, and just if they try to get me to stop, I'm just gonna give them a stare down as an intimidate to tell them to basically back off. I'm working.
Push and muscle his way in.
Okay.
Man,
And we didn't want to let them shut the door. We wanted to go while they were still in their closing down.
Yeah, they're helping the last of the customers basically, and we're just gonna shove
Yeah.
our way in while that's happening.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I got everything set up pretty much here.
I think this is going to go well.
I feel like this is gonna end in a fight, but that's why I want to do it not during the middle of the day.
Yeah, same.
You know what? Remind me in the future that when I do stuff like this, I should leave 2 copper coins everywhere so you could just start saying you're investigating a serial killer or something.
It's not like we actually investigate anything anyway.
I know. I just keep trying to stuff the room with probable cause. Like, what would the neighbors think?
Yeah.
All right, Luca. So you walk in, and they tell you there are no more customers. But you continue to walk in, and you get confronted with one of the guards there, who puts a hand on your chest.
Okay, never mind.
So what I want to do is I don't even say anything to him. I'm just gonna want to do an intimidating glare, and then not actually knock him down, but I'm gonna use my overrun skill to basically I'm just pushing past him, like acting like he doesn't exist.
And my bluff
try
in
to
the
just
back,
throw him off, basically.
my bluff in the background, then can that go as a way of assisting his intimidate? As we're causing a lot of commotion up front, and Vic's yelling city code at them.
Because while I'm pushing my way through, he's supposed to be basically telling them that we're here to investigate and everything.
Yeah, like they're the cops pushing their way in while I'm the cop in the back reading the warrant out loud.
Yeah, she is. She's gonna say, "Those are some weird-looking Corvosan guard uniforms you're wearing."
Here for the Bank of Abadar. As you know, we always monitor the trade in the city. You've violated Code 10, Paragraph 3, Lines 4 through 7. You will be held accountable for peddling wares of which you have misrepresented.
Interesting, and I'm sure you know it is not a banker of Abadar's place to bust down the door of a citizen of Corvosa's shop.
I didn't bust down your door, ma'am. Please don't tell lies. You've already done enough mistruth.
Hearing them bust in, I'm gonna put on the mask and kind of gesture to Barrow.
Mm-hmm.
Now Barrow has a sidekick.
Let's go, Robin.
Oh no.
All right.
The Undertaker and Underfoot.
You can be Barrow Walker and you can be Crypt Crawl.
All right. Which direction was it to the workshop? Because it's a little hard to tell from the alley with the dynamic lighting.
It was like one of these ones, I think.
Well, the door over here was the door she came out of.
Mm-hmm.
Is this
There's another door here that you don't know really what's inside because it wasn't open last night.
Yep. I'll start with that one. Have Kier look
right.
out.
It's locked.
All right. Sleight of hand. I do have the thieves' tools. I'm pretty sure that should be.
Isn't it disable device?
Oh, disable device.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
I've got a 13 in it.
Oh, then you should do it, and I should keep lookout.
Okay. 21.
Okay.
Yeah, this is why we should keep vials of acid on hand.
Let me check something really quick.
So that's how it was back in like first and second edition. Is vial of acid was basically auto lockpick, but it just was expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's a potent acid. Jesus.
Well, you just dump it through the keyhole and melts the mechanism. You don't like remove the handle from the door.
No, I know, but still, very aggressive acid to just melt metal that much. Well, I guess it is the.
Can you imagine spilling something when you're trying to pour down the keyhole?
Yeah.
Oh God, it got on my finger.
To be fair, we use our current vials of acid to kill people.
When you say it that way, that's just rude.
The door is not locked here. I'd use the same icon. That's why I was confused. This door actually has a board nailed over it. And Barrow, you remember last night it did not have a board nailed over it.
Yeah. This is where they want to keep us out of then.
Lockpick the nails.
Nailed.
It's called a crowbar.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I carry this hammer. Unless you've got something better to get it out of the board
Not
off.
really. Not at all.
Do you want to knock down the door? You can give me a.
Oh no, I'm just trying to get rid of the board.
Yeah, it's the same.
Oh, same thing? Okay, no
Mechanically
problem.
the same, I believe.
Yeah, I'm looking at the thing on the AP.
Yeah.
It's,
By all means, I understand how that is.
which means you can either give me some attacks or you can do a strength check.
I'll give it an attack. I'll have a higher chance of success. All right, so there we go. Crap Smasher. 23.
Well, it definitely hits a stationary door.
Mm-hmm.
For 9, it does not knock down the door on your first swing.
Okay, is it immune to sneak attacks?
I'm going to go ahead and say the door is immune to sneak attacks.
Okay, because skeletons aren't, so it was worth asking.
But the door never saw it coming.
That's one way to make sure you're not fighting a mimic after all.
I did sneak attack damage here. It's a mimic. That's 22 for 10.
So, as you're doing this, it's not a very quiet process.
No.
We're also a little bit loud inside. I think that was Marek's purpose, was to just kind of, rattle things around and just kind of be loud as he's, rushing through stuff.
Mm,
Vindro,
possible.
you're going to walk around. He's going to say, "You know what I think? I think you're bitter from the last time you were here. Now you want to try and interfere with my business."
I believe you have me mistaken with someone else, and you're continuing to try to change the point of our visit.
And wouldn't
Now-
it have been such a great cover story for someone to come in and vandalize my shop and leave disparaging messages about the Bank of Abadar? Seems like the perfect cover for someone who is from the Bank of Abadar.
I haven't even seen these messages. What did they say?
To point to the fuck Abadar.
I like to think it's right behind her.
Those are interesting. But I can say that I have never actually been in this building before. Now, will you show us to your laboratory?
Interesting how wild speculation can get out of hand, huh?
I'm sure I don't know what you mean. Ma'am, we at the Bank of Abadar don't really have a creative mind.
Luca, did you say you're pushing this guy over?
I'm just pushing my way past him, basically. Like I'm basically pushing him aside as I step past him to start investigating.
At which point, this guy's gonna step up.
Fight, fight, fight.
It would do you well to sit down. I don't believe you get paid enough to deal with us. And I'm gonna roll an intimidate.
All
See
right.
if I can get him back down at all. 16.
Wait, are we on the screen?
Yeah.
I think I'm on the wrong one. I see Barrow and Kier.
Scroll up.
Oh, do you not see your character right here?
Oh, huh.
Nope.
Maybe you don't have dynamic lighting on. You don't. There you go.
Boom. Oh yeah, I don't trust this place at all.
All right, mister. If you want to turn this into a dick measuring contest, drop them. Let's settle it right now.
We'll have a good old fashioned sword fight.
I feel that seeing them block Luke off from going to the desk, that would catch Marek's attention. He would start making his way that way.
He's just inching back and behind us as they're all staring at me.
Yep.
He's slowly drawing an arrow behind one of their heads. Nothing here.
But yeah, the intimidate was 16. I'm just telling them to basically sit down and shut up. Whether they listen to me or not is up to them. But
At this point, they are going to try and grapple Luca to start removing you guys from the shop.
Yep. Should we roll initiative?
If you guys are starting combat after this,
Well, if we're gonna have grapples and counter grapples and whatnot.
I think they're going to be like doing a surprise grapple, basically.
yeah.
Gotcha.
I would argue it's not like a flat-footed grapple because I know that they're going to try to do it.
Yeah.
But
So-
one of them grabs me.
So the one behind you grabs you by the arm and sort of he says, "Let me show you and your friends out of the building. Okay, we don't need to have any ruckus here at closing time."
And elbow to the face.
Initiative. Wait to roll initiative. Okay, now roll initiative.
I like that all
Natural
that shouting
one.
is going on inside, and it's just Barrow and Kier in the alley, and I'm just hitting a door with a sledgehammer, saying, "Just do you ever notice that the law has done literally nothing to help us in anything that we've done?" As I'm just doing a B&E for the second time
Yeah.
in 48 hours.
It does reduce one's confidence in civil society.
I wonder why I go around everywhere wearing a mask as I swing into the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bit uncomfortable after a while.
So seeing you start to resist them, she is going to 5-foot step back and cast mage armor on herself.
I'm just struggling. I'm sorry. I thought this was Corvosa.
Not wanting to go straight into combat, Merrick's actually going to want to use this opportunity to 5-foot step and then just do a perception check to see if there's anything behind the desk that they were specifically trying to safeguard or
There is
obfuscate.
There's only one thing behind the desk, and it is that lockbox underneath that is pictured on the map.
Gotcha. I think that'd be a little on the nose if I snatched and ran with that.
Just a tad.
Yeah.
Then
Just
they
give
might
all
have a point.
of this being like a lawful search and
Yeah.
start
So-
robbing the place.
Okay. So would that just be my well actually I have 5-foot step to do that perception, so I think that's probably my turn. As I'm just looking back there.
Barrow, you gonna continue trying to knock down this door?
Yep. Nope. That's my lowest attack roll, but 13 might still hit it.
I'm gonna say you don't need to roll to hit the door. I don't
Okay.
think it's the door.
So 10 damage.
All right, with that one, you're finally able to bust through the door here and get to the inside. I will open that up. Inside there, you see bits of broken crates and barrels that cover the floor of a dilapidated apartment.
All right. I will. Because I still have my movement, right?
Yeah, that was an attack, so you still can move.
I'll step in while doing a perception. As far as I know, any ruckus I'm hearing from the shop is them doing their job as a distraction. So
All right. So as you walk further in, There is another door that appears to lead to maybe a latrine or something, or a bedroom maybe. But yeah, just lots of broken crates that look like they've had supplies in them at one point, but they're mostly empty now.
Gotcha. But no obvious traps, so that's good.
Yep.
Kier's better at locating arcane and shady stuff than me, so let him do that heavy lifting there. I'll just give him a little bit around.
Okay.
I believe if the guy wants to keep grappling me, he has to roll to maintain it, which will give him, I think, a +5 to the roll.
Yep.
That would be a no, even with the +5.
All right. So you're able to shove out of his hands there. At which point he is going to take out his rapier that he's had on his side, and he's going to initiate some lethal combat with you, since you've shown that you will not leave peacefully.
Well, at least the one guy can't attack because he tried to maintain the grapple. So,
can you not attack when you try to maintain a grapple?
if you maintain the grapple, it's considered a standard action, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, but you then have the option of doing something with it. He can do subdual damage.
Well, he
But
failed
he failed to maintain the grapple.
Oh yeah, no, it's a standard action by default.
Yeah. But the other
Alright.
guy can still pull out his rapier and smack me with it.
So 22
22, that'll hit.
for 7 plus sneak attack for 2 more damage.
Okay, so. Oh, that was wrong. Okay. Guards are getting awfully pointy right now.
We tried to resolve this peacefully, sir.
For like 2 seconds.
Don't you sir me? I'm a cop, sir. That's it. Mace off. Hit them with a mace.
Because we all know that nothing goes wrong when plainclothes police officers show up. To
I'm the problem.
No, I'm a cop. Okay, I guess I'll trust you, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Can we take a moment to appreciate that the people who are doing the in-depth investigating for what we're here for are essentially a serial killer and Walter White?
The juxtaposition writes itself.
That's your A team right now?
Nope.
That's the Operation Do Illegal Shit team, which fits.
I mean, sadly, this is a pretty good mirror of society happening right now.
Anyway.
All right,
You heard it-
move
you heard it
action.
here
He is
first.
going to.
Our 5 subscribers. Cope says, fuck the laws.
Well, I mean, if you profit from it.
All right,
Says
that-
the banker of the group. Like the
Things
literal
Things are getting
banker.
violent.
All right, move action. He's gonna whip his flail out. Let the ball fall to the ground,
Means at least wait for the second day.
Phrasing.
and he is going to standard action attack non-lethal.
I mean, this is kind of the second date between him and the merchant here.
Yeah, let's get that subplot going.
Yeah, she remembered me. I feel bad. All right. So sneak attack since I'm flanking him. Oh, fail. Hard.
Sometimes the dice are with you. Sometimes the dice are not.
All right. Stay right there.
Guided triple D sneak, you say?
It's got the guided it's a guided magic weapon enchant, and triple D is Dwarven Dornberger.
Mm-hmm.
Continuing side, you see much the same as Barrow did.
Yeah. So, any sort of perception or something you want me to roll for investigating all this?
No, the only other thing that is really in here is this door.
I'm still spending a turn investigating the room, at least.
Okay.
Because, I mean, this is what we're here to look at. Maybe not, maybe in that room there, too, but still.
Just pulling off the lids
But like
of the
in role
barrels
play,
and stuff.
this is like 6 to 10 seconds, which is a pretty good
Mhm.
cursory
Oh,
search.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, y'all do your search. We're fine.
Okay, so this guy will get an attack on me as I'm going to be starting my overruns. So it won't provoke from the other guy because I'm going to target him. But the other guy will be leaving his threat. Okay, that'll miss.
15. That's actually a 17.
Still miss.
Okay.
Okay, so first guy. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I have to check something. Okay. Want to make sure I didn't have Bless on from last fight. So overrun. 33 to overrun this guy.
33. I'm pretty sure it will, but I'll check. Yep.
And if his CMD is lower, like if it's 5 higher than his CMD, he'll fall prone.
All right, then he is prone.
And then as I walk by him, I get to smack him with my armor spikes. 17 to hit him. Well, actually, it'll be 21 to hit him.
He's on the
Yeah,
ground.
21 to hit him because he's prone.
21 to hit him. So are they not flat-footed when they're prone?
They're prone, but when you're prone and making a melee attack against a prone target, you get a +4 to hit them.
Okay. Yeah, but are
Who
they
took
flat-footed?
first?
They lose their dexterity, I believe.
Okay. Then yeah, you hit them.
Okay, so 15 damage to that guy, and then I'm going to overrun her next. This will be at a -2 to this. So that'll be 30 to overrun her.
30 to overrun her.
Yep. So it's
Which
prone character only has -4 to AC against melee attacks.
well, yeah, that's the +40 you get to hit. So either
Okay.
way.
So she is going to end up falling over as well.
So she takes also 9 damage as I step on her. And then I get to move to here as I try to overrun this last guy.
Nice.
This will be at a -4 to this.
You can do
So
it 3
18.
times.
I can do it as many times. I just take a -2 for every additional one.
Okay.
But so that'll be an 18 to overrun him. So it might not work 16 for him.
18. That will just make it.
So he won't fall prone, but I'll be able to run by him, and I'll just say I end up here.
Yep.
I just think it in my mind it's just Luca does this with me, so everybody trips.
But yeah, I just like run into them, hit them with my armor spikes, run over one person, put my boot in their face.
I don't like being
shoulder
touched
check
and
this
just
guy.
freak out. Just ping pong after everybody.
Stranger dangers. I just whirlwind my arms.
All right. She is going to stand up and start going for this guy who's going to look through the cash register over here. But actually, yeah.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Let me just make sure she didn't have a. Yeah. So she's going to walk up, but she had to stand up, which is 2 move actions.
Yeah, it would have been 2 move actions since she had to stand up from prone.
Totally don't need to change her action or anything, but Merrick would have seen this lockbox and just not fixate on it. He was ready to move away, but totally, by all means, let her do her thing.
You are close to her money.
Yeah, no, for sure. I get it.
I'm gonna take it.
Says the banker.
How was she able to move there, though?
Double action. Stand up and move.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotcha. All right.
That's if it was regular action, then she would have been able to move and attack you.
Fair. All right. In that case, is there room for Merrick to slip this way and go sideways, or is the table in the way?
You would have to perform an acrobatics for either going through her or going over the table.
Going over the table would probably be easier.
Yeah, I'll do over the table.
You could probably just back up.
You just slam into the
Right.
table.
God.
All right. So I imagine 8's not quite enough to make it over the table.
Yeah, you're not gonna make it over the table with that.
All right, then he'll shift back and cast Blessing of the Watch.
I feel
And-
so #blessed.
I'm not sure if it affect Kieran Barrow Walker since there's layers of wall between us, but worth asking.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay.
Is it still a +1 at this level?
Yeah.
I think it's always a +1.
Mhm.
Ah.
It just lasts for hours.
Yeah, it's an awesome spell. We should start putting it out in the mornings.
Well, it lasts for 5 hours, so
Hmm.
I meant to do it before we started heading in here, but it slipped my mind, and I figured it was too late for a retcon when we were
Yeah.
already on the map.
That's fair.
If they had anyone magically inclined, they would be like, why do these people have spells on them right now? That's usually a red flag that someone's here to start some shit.
Why the fuck are they shivering?
It's like a SWAT team showing up your door with the assault rifles. They're like, just routine inspection. And if we come in,
Why do
say
you
no.
have body bags?
Well, and yeah, if they showed up with haste and all that, I feel like Bless is kind of like oh, okay, well, just that little edge, but
All right, I'll go check to see if this door is unlocked.
It is.
All right, being prepared for anything just in case there's anyone waiting on the other side, because our entrance was very not stealthy. I open it.
And door number 3.
And opening the door, you see a tub of oily liquid. Its lip is about 4 feet high, and it fills the corner of that room. A well-used oar is sticking out of it, and next to it squat several large casks of murky water and 2 stacks of boxes. One holds dozens of small ceramic vials with magenta stoppers, much like the ones sold in the luxurious liniment. And the kitchen nook contains another crate, one filled with broken shards of multicolored glass. Despite it being in shambles, this apartment smells delightfully of spices, flowers, and exotic oils.
I see this, and I stop for a few seconds, and I turn to Kier. Kier, what was one of some other ingredients in that perfume?
Water, sugar, some sort of maybe perfume.
Kier, river water. What went down in the river?
The plague boat.
The plague boat. The river itself is the plague vector. This perfume actually is spreading the plague because they use it making river water.
Well,
I thought we discovered that the boat was a red herring.
I don't know. I'm just
No, I know. That
putting all the pieces together.
that was me out of character. I was trying to
Yeah.
recall that for
Yeah,
myself.
I enjoyed where you went there, though. Guy.
Yeah, no, I like that. I definitely like that. I just was trying
That
to
was
fact
the
check.
theory you guys were working off of.
yeah, there weren't any bodies or anything on it. But,
Yeah, the
drinking
hag.
river water isn't exactly healthy anyway.
Right.
Neither
Fish
is
poop
drinking
in there.
perfume.
Either way, you should probably examine this bathtub still of perfume they have going on here.
Yep.
It's my turn. I'm still fairly certain that this is coming into it.
No, it
Possibly.
definitely could. I was, like I said, I was just trying to recall what happened months ago out of game.
I believe because they intended the ship to get sunk,
Yeah, but when we went down there, we didn't find anything but the body.
and we found an
One
empty
body.
chest.
And the
Mm.
sea hag.
Well, once again,
Yeah.
remember, it was intended to sink. It's not
Yeah.
impossible they could have just been doing it to try to pollute the river.
Mhm.
Also, that bathtub looks like it's filled with shit, so have fun with that. I've got my theory going.
5 foot stepping up. There's going to be one thug. This one is going to stand up and make his way over. So you're only going to get one attack on you this round, Luca. So they basically try and chase you out of this shop.
That'll miss.
Yeah.
Since they don't have flanking anymore.
Yep. The other one can't attack. Vic.
Yep. Vic is going to 5 foot. Can I 5 foot to diagonal?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he's going to use I assume this is a move action. I need to look this up to enact his. Oh, it's a swift action to enact his Bane.
Okay. Just tell me what that does.
It's just like the Bane weapon attribute. It's an Inquisitor ability, and he can do it for 5 level rounds per day.
So you're doing Bane humanoid?
Yep. Then, what's it called? Non-lethal. He will smack this guy in the back. He's going to use a move action to study his target.
All right.
Boom.
That'll be. Was that counting flanking?
I would assume it's flanking.
Yeah, I was
The
saying
22.
Oh, yes, it does have it in. Oh, no, it does not have flanking in there.
That would be 24. Oh, yeah, that does hit. So 24 bludgeoning. Ouch.
Yep. But I
If
used
you
all
wobble-
my actions. And it's non-lethal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wouldn't have been able to study target because I would have had to use a move action to choke up on my flail. So that's -1 damage.
Oh no.
If it matters.
And it also -1 to hit.
It is.
But still would have been like a 23 to hit.
Mm-hmm. But he was asking if flanking counted.
Oh, yeah.
Better.
Does a 23 hit?
I'd hope so. Otherwise, they have better AC than I do.
Yeah, 23 is going to hit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, moving into this little bathtub distillery. Do I need anything to examine stuff in here? Or?
You're pretty able to discern all of the ingredients that you had before. The big thing that's going to help you is bringing these along with those bottles that she's been selling the liniment in.
I mean, we had a spare one to give her at the first place, but whatever. All right. So, guess start collecting stuff.
Well, you have one that was full of the already concocted
Well, she
perfume.
could have given that to someone to test themselves, but whatever. They're
just a
getting a knockdown fight over out of it.
Look, we're going to get to loot this place because of it.
In character, Barry Walker will be very upset if this was all a red herring. He'll probably take that out on Vic. Like if he just
Well,
has
we
some
have the-
personal grudge for him.
There is the other door we haven't checked out, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Hmm?
Like out of character, I'm obviously laughing along, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
in character, he'll be all like,
Hmm.
"Did you just have us exercise a personal grudge that amounted to nothing?"
Pawns. Jar.
Well, it is decidedly reef claw oil.
Well,
Anyway,
time to
so
take one of his
we're
fingers.
collecting the stuff. I guess it's Lucas' turn.
Yeah.
Imagine it's going to take at least 6 seconds to grab appropriate evidence.
Here I go running again.
Choo choo.
22. I'm not sure if it'll overrun this guy or not. It might not. It probably won't knock him prone.
It will overrun him, but it will not knock him prone.
Okay, and I'm going to continue my movement through him to his other friend.
And
So-
do they still take
you
damage?
overrun? Do they
They
take
do,
that
they do
damage?
still take the damage as long as I successfully overrun. Like, let me just double check before I put my foot in my mouth. So let me see. Not bullet charge though. It's bullet.
Because
bleed.
11 damage might take him out.
Whenever you, this bullet rampage. Here we go. Whenever you succeed in an overrun combat maneuver against a foe, that foe takes an amount of damage equal to yada yada yada. So yes, they take the damage regardless.
Cool. Just making sure.
Yeah, it was a good thing to ask because I forgot after a while. So anyway, second overrun -2. Ooh, that will fail.
Yep. Luckily, we're not doing crit fail. It's just a fail.
But this guy will get an attack on me as I fail to get through him.
All right. And they're not flanking because they're both attacking from the same side.
That'll miss.
Just buffoonery going on over there.
If I can, as my free action, I would like to say, ma'am, I would very much like to be out from behind this counter. If you'll step back, I do not like you encroaching upon me.
Step back.
I feel
I'd
aggressive.
like to speak with your manager.
She'll say, well, I would have very much liked to have you out of my shop. And she's
That's
going
where I intend to go, but you are blocking my way out.
Yeah, clearly because you walked all the way back here to just walk right back.
Mm-hmm. I was going to see what was behind here.
Oh.
And I see. Oh.
Misclicked.
She just
Yeah.
ran out the
She
wall.
just fly through the wall.
That's a miss.
Giant wasp poison. Oh god.
That's fun. All right. Miracle 5-foot step and say, ma'am, I say get the fuck back, and use a bone shaker on her.
Oh god.
Yep, that was a police officer.
Oh,
So,
bone shaker.
fortitude
I
save.
love that spell.
Quickly, someone plant some Zerk on her.
Hey, we
Fortitude-
have the guy who makes it.
Fortitude
Sprinkle a little
save.
stirb on the body.
DC 16. Fortitude save DC 16 from the woman.
He's using bone shaker on her. It's like my
Mhm.
favorite spell.
That's a 6.
That's not
Ooh, this
gonna
is
do
gonna
it,
hurt.
Bob.
Right. That will be 3d6 plus 1d6 for every 2 caster levels.
Is
so
she
that's-
undead?
No. I hope
She's
not.
19 damage, and I will force her to stagger directly back.
Yeah, that bloodies her up.
Now, if you'll kindly let me depart.
After you just see blood trickling out of her ears.
Right.
Did he just vibrate my bones? All right, Kier, if you have that handle, I'm gonna go start trying to break into the next room.
Mm.
Double move to where was the door? Was it right here?
Yes.
Okay.
You should kind of be able to see it through the dynamic.
Yeah. All right. That's a double move to get there.
All right.
Real quick, would I have been able to use my move action to climb on top of the desk? Or would that be, since I already 5-foot step? I wasn't sure how that
move
works.
Yeah, you can climb on top of the desk. as a
Okay.
move.
When did they add shapes to your measuring tool?
It's they added a while ago. If you're using the new one, if you're using the old one like I am, you don't.
Oh, that's really nice.
That is awesome.
Because now I can
Yeah.
do the cones and shit.
Oh, I like
Fuck
that.
yeah.
That's nice.
They're making a few good adjustments.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
All right, I'm gonna have to go to new version next time.
Roll 20, more of this, less of changing the icons for no reason.
I know. I saw that. I'm like,
They
what
finally did add
Hmm.
map folders at least.
the fuck? Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, the icons up at the top make no sense.
Yeah, I know.
Like, how was that collection?
It don't matter.
Anyways. All right, these guys are going to do 5-foot shifting, but they're still not quite flanking you. You're going to get the 2 attacks on you here, Luca. 13 and 20.
Second one will hit.
All right, hits you for 9. Vic.
All right. Vic's gonna whack this guy in the back of the head, or try to.
All right, hit him with your best shot.
Yep, he will use a move action this time to put up study target.
Remember, you're flanking as well.
So 24 with flanking.
That definitely hits.
He's going to use a swift action to use his enforcer ability, or sorry, a free action with his enforcer to try and demoralize that guy.
Okay.
19, and the DC is 10 plus its hit die plus his wisdom modifier.
And you're dealing non-lethal damage?
Yep.
Nice.
Okay.
So would that demoralize?
You'll have to give me the DC for what demoralized
It's
does.
10 plus his hit die plus his wisdom modifier. So unless he's got a 9 between
Yes.
his hit die and wisdom modifier. And then he would, using his hurtful, after the demoralize, he'd use a swift action to hit him again.
Oh, okay.
So that'd be a 19 to hit him.
19. Plus, if he's demoralized, nothing, never mind.
19, you'll just hit him and knock this guy out.
Nice. So that is full board Vic. He had his Bane on and sneak attack and got that demoralized trick in.
Yeah. That that mace of yours is pretty scary.
Yeah. Well, with the sneak attack and Bane, it adds 3 extra die.
If I don't know if I'll have to spend another round gathering evidence or what.
You can just gather up the stuff that's here, and you can probably get enough to. Plus, you can probably come back here afterwards since they've gone into combat.
Mm. So
Meanwhile, all the people that were in the shop for the last minute purchases have probably already ran hell.
Oh, they're gone.
Just that one old lady that's still shopping even threw it up.
Yeah,
Yep.
she's just in the corner. Every time something flies in the air, she catches it. Ooh, this looks nice.
Can I get a price check?
You guys probably don't keep up with all the Mortal Kombat stuff, but have you seen? It was a GIF meme there for a while when the game came out of the random stage pedestrian who just does not give a fuck.
Mm-mm.
It's they were having like a kung fu bar fight, and everyone else ran. And it's like Sub-Zero and Liu Kang and stuff. And there's just one guy sitting at the bar, and he reaches over the bar and he takes out a cup and then a beer, and then he pours it into the beer, and then someone tests the ball aside. Someone slides across the counter, shattering it. He doesn't move. Friggin' Sub-Zero tries to stab the other guy with an ice dagger, misses, it gets lodged in the counter. The guy just casually reaches over, breaks off a hunk of ice, puts it in his drink. that. That's all I'm picturing.
Nice.
All right. Is that your turn, Kier?
I guess, yeah. Got the stuff and moved out the room, so.
Luca.
5-foot step back, and these guys keep trying to stab at me, and I've been just running them over. But now I'm pissed. I'm going to pull out my Guizarm and slash at him. So this will be. Oh, I think I accidentally rolled it twice. So natural 1. It's
So that's-
tight quarters. So that'll miss very badly. So that'll be my turn.
All right. She's going to come up while you're taking out your Guizarm and try to get a shank off on you.
That'll miss. Just like slashes against my armor, but doesn't make purchase on anything.
Merrick.
He just went to the bathroom as soon as he.
Just before I left, so I could take my turn real quick. So she went there, stabbed Luca. I think at this point, Merrick will make his way.
Making my way downtown.
And don't have any ranged healing. Nothing I could do. So actually, yeah, I'll use command on her to say, "Get on the ground."
I feel like Merrick missed his calling in life. He should have been a guard.
Right.
Is that a will save?
Or Dom.
Let me check.
I just the gift there. What I was talking about.
Will save.
No, I got it. I heard you.
DC-15.
Okay.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Okay, so she resists.
Barrow.
Now I'm taking my bio.
This door unlocked.
That door is locked.
All right, I'm gonna try to pick it. It took 3 rounds to knock it down before.
Okay.
Able device. So that'll be a 25 with a +2 for these tools.
We'll open up the door.
Excellent. Pop it open.
You open up the door and see delicate wall hangings, artistically shaped candles, and the fine scent of cherry blossoms fill this well-decorated apartment. A table sculpted with swirling ivy leaves bears a fragile porcelain tea service and an exotically curved hookah in the kitchen nook to the east. A door adjacent to the kitchen opens into a bedroom furnished with an antique armoire and a bed heavily laden with round pillows draped with purple silk bedding. I'll just go ahead and open the bedroom door since it's not all that important. This is all just kind of as the same room, even though there's a door for some reason.
Well, time to start tossing the place.
All right. This guy's going to a 5-foot step up, kicking off his buddy. Let's see. And he is going to hit Luca.
They're just like stabbing at my armor. I just look at them and like, you know, there are other people besides me in here, right?
And
Vic puts up his finger and says, "Shh."
It's a secret.
I know I'm big and imposing, but man, I'm starting to get a complex here.
Vic will 5-foot step down, move action, study this guy, and boom. It's non-lethal though. I don't know if it'll confirm a 17.
a 17 does not confirm.
Okay. But same story. He's going to try and intimidate this guy.
There is no need to intimidate.
Okay.
As you knock out, going 2 for 2.
The one he really wants to hit is right there, though.
Mm-hmm. So double move, try and catch up with Barrow Walker. That'll probably be my turn.
I am just brutally tossing this room. And if Vic has a problem with me doing property damage to people's households, he shouldn't have told me this was a lead.
Did you anything here?
I think he was just running.
Okay.
Yeah, double moved.
Oh yeah, you're slow because you got short legs.
So I'm gonna turn to her and just look at her. I'm gonna use an intimidate. And she's like, "Your guards are unconscious. I suggest you put the knife down and comply, so we don't have to hurt you. I do not enjoy this." 13. She probably did not listen. I got a 2.
She is going to run this way, acrobatics over this table.
She's using acrobatics to try to avoid it. Because if she's running from me, I'm just gonna grab her.
No, you get an attack opportunity on her as she goes.
25 to grapple her.
Can you combat maneuver as an attack opportunity?
I think so. I think it just provokes an attack from her. Or could you not? Let me double check. It's been a while.
I know you can't AOO a trip a prone person because they're technically not
You can
standing till
disarm,
after.
sunder,
Stump,
or
yeah.
trip.
Disarm,
you can
sunder,
disarm,
trip.
sunder, or trip, but you may not grapple, drag, dirty
Okay.
trick, or reposition, overrun, bull rush, steal.
Okay, then I'll just try to trip her with that maneuver then. It's the
Okay.
same. It's the same roll, so
Same roll.
either way, it just slows her down.
Yeah. So you'll trip her, but then she'll get up with the double move. And she's gonna run that way.
All right, I'm back. Is it my turn?
Perfect time.
Alright.
She's
So what I
resisting.
miss? Oh, she's resisting?
She's running away. I basically told her to just stop because this is getting ridiculous at this point.
Okay. So I think Miracle go towards the door and intend to be the last one out. So I think I'll just go there and actually, no, I'll go here and use Cure Light Wounds on Luca.
Alright.
So you get 9 hit points back.
Cool beans.
And that'd be my turn.
Barrow Walker.
What do you want me to roll to keep smashing up and searching this room? Perception?
Yeah, give me a perception.
21.
You discover a You discover a corner-hinged secret door that leads to the bedroom of the adjacent apartment.
Probably like in this room over here or something.
Yeah.
That is deeply disappointing. Well, I guess that's my turn.
All right. These guys are knocked out. Vic.
Vic's going to walk right up to her and hit her in the motherfucking face. Non-lethal?
Just a mild concussion between friends.
Well, 20 hits her AC by 2 points, and 19 knocks her down by 1.
Very well.
So she is knocked out.
Well, I guess that's one way to get her to stop.
Well, she was trying to stab you with a poison dagger.
She very much did.
Fair.
Well, shall we search the area?
Kier finds
Guess so.
me in just the broken remains of this woman's apartment. So I smashed the bits. All I found was a trapdoor leading to the adjacent apartment where she used her bathtub still.
I guess we'll tell the rest of what went on.
My river
Bathtub
water
still
theory.
is worse than toilet hooch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, you managed to apprehend them.
Indeed, I
Okay.
suggest we bind them and take them to the guard.
Yeah,
the
we
field
found
marshal.
their makeshift laboratory back there.
What was it? What we expected, or
River water in a bathtub.
is that a crime?
Selling it as a cure-all probably is.
Fair.
Plus, Gray here believes that the water might have been infected. So,
Possible. Vic, didn't you say this was a potential lead for us?
I thought that the wait, out of character.
Mhm.
We just knew that somebody was selling a
Selling
fake
a
cure.
perfume, and you didn't want to wait in line to buy it, so you erased the stink. And then you
Well,
said,
you don't know that.
you were saying wait out of character, so I'm explaining out of character.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you put us on the scent. So I broke in the dead of night, stole some, vandalized the place. We came back here, kicked the shit out of everyone. I destroyed this lady's apartment.
So back in character. Yes.
Are we the baddies?
Yes.
Seems that we have apprehended a criminal who was feasting on the poor
To be fair
and innocent.
to you guys, the person in question that you've done this to is a fucking charlatan who's selling a fake cure,
Absolutely.
Oh, I know.
leading
And
them
she's-
to likely delay actual treatment that could save them before
Mhm.
period where cure disease stops working.
And the only people she's going to get to buy are the poorest who can't afford the actual cures. They're in compounding the problem. So we will seize. Kier, are there any assets in here that you think ne'er-do-wells would break in to try and steal? As he says that, Vic's going to walk over, pick up the lockbox. He's going to take that definitely to Cressida.
Seeing him go for lockbox miracle, look back at Barrow and just kind of quirk around like, are we robbing the place legitimately right now?
At this point, we're the ne'er-do-wells.
No, we
Technically,
are
if she didn't
seizing
earn
these
that money,
assets and we'll turn them into the guard.
What's
Any
here?
criminal enterprise needs to be taken to the guard.
What's here might be valuable, but it's not.
This is mostly just perfume in here.
It's luxury goods.
A
Perfume.
waste of time.
Yes, if you want to give a praise, craft alchemy, or knowledge nobility to pick out the most expensive perfumes, that is something you can do.
No, I was looking more like if there were tools or something in here that we should safeguard from being stolen.
Well, we kind of
I mean, the one thing that probably would be worried about being stolen is currently tucked under your arm.
Yep.
That's
That's why we're taking it to the guard.
the bottles of the fake cure, but
These are hopefully in this lockbox are all of her profits that she stole from the poor people of our town, and we will turn these into the guard. I'm sure they will put them in their evidence room until they're recycled back into the trade of the city.
So this was pointless.
It was pointless.
Barrow just leaves.
I'm gonna at least finish the job and take them to the authorities for doing this, but this is definitely not a productive member of time of Luca.
Barrow's just grumbling because Vic's all like, yes, they were a charlatan. And I really want to say, I kill people in my free time.
we did possibly prevent the disease from spreading, either directly or
We
from
are
people
the
not knowing we had
blackest
it.
pot talking to a kettle right now.
Look, if you're having an internal crisis, you need to take that up with your shrink, man.
No, I'm more just mad at Vic for essentially just concocting a scenario where we rob them.
I mean, I feel like we just did an errand for the bank. I mean, he's just doing his job, and the excuse we use from session 1 is now realized.
Yeah, the Barrow has issues with being other people's cat's paws. So he's just removing himself from the aggravating situation and returning to the gatefoot. Once again, that's all in character. It's great. So,
all right. So, returning that to Cressida. She won't really know what to do with the coinage other than to confiscate it, because you can't really track down every person and return every 2 copper pieces to everyone who bought a vial.
That's fine.
But
the other option is we can keep it and put it towards our continued investigation to save the city.
decide what you want to do.
Yeah, we'll do that. Vic will buy another healing wand for the group. Actually, I don't even know what's in the box, so. Field Marshal, I'd feel better investigating this in front of you, and he'd open the box.
Feel better as though you're complicit in this as well.
Mm-hmm.
I found the original plague vector. It was in the box the entire time.
No, now we're all dead.
So
Open up spores.
There are 65 platinum pieces and 112 gold pieces.
Nice. I think that'll almost perfectly buy us a healing wand. 650, 750, with 12 gold pieces left over.
Hot damn, you have enough for a steak dinner.
Really nice steak dinner for 12 gold pieces.
I know. Fanciest steak.
You would say, I think that's the whole cow, and that's funny.
This steak
Michael-
dinner is red.
When we do leave, I did want to do a little bit of shopping before the day is done, if that's okay.
Yep.
I'm just looking for a potion of infernal healing. It's a level 1 wizard spell, so shouldn't be too difficult to find for a potion of it.
Okay, just give me a diplomacy or something else you think might work for trying to find the right shops that'll.
Maybe knowledge local, since I'm like a regular around the town.
Yeah, knowledge local will work.
Ooh, I'm rolling really bad today.
Well,
Yeah.
would he
not-
be going with me since we're both going to buy things?
You did say you're going to buy a wand to cure light wounds, I guess. Except to Michael.
And you know, Vic,
I'm not trying to game that, so it's not a big deal if I can't find it.
I mean, you guys go together, but he just rolled for what he was looking for.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I'll check tomorrow. While I'm
Can I
out.
find a wand of cure light wounds?
Yep, just give me the same thing. Anything magical you guys are going to have to roll for here while the city's in a bit of turmoil. Yep, you're able to find someone that'll sell you a healing wand. They say, "Oh, for you, Vic, anything. You know, you do so much for us around the city. I'm like dirty were rats.
Thank you. It's nice to
Have one
Yeah.
of garbage cans the other day. Anyways, have a nice day."
thank you.
Now give me a second here to talk to my assistant. Jimmy, what are we gonna do with all this cheese?
I can take it.
No, well, boss, I think we should just light it on fire.
From outside, a voice. You should just dump in the sewer. As Vic scampers away.
That reminds me of the Simpsons bit with Sideshow Bob when he's under the car and they go, "Who wants to drive through the cactus patch?" And everyone goes, "Yes." And Sideshow Bob from under the car goes, "No." All right. Luca, you are given finally a date for when your trial is going to occur. It is going to occur this upcoming Moon Day, and that's something that you get confronted by your mentor. Gotta remember his name. Murdoch Sayer.
Gotcha.
Well, I think that makes sense that a Hell Knight never approaches. They confront.
Take that knowledge and begin preparations. So yeah. So probably going to be some last minute shopping these next couple days, as well as whatever research I can do.
Yep. Yes, and he will go into a little bit more detail. He'll basically say that the trial is going to take place. There's no real way to hide it with the way that our order has diminished over the years. We don't have any large citadels for it to take place in. But I understand that you've made yourself some friends in the recent weeks. You're likely going to need someone to stop the guard or whoever from disrupting the ritual.
I do know of a a place that we might be able to do it quietly if we wish. Basically, I would relay the fact that I met with someone named Carlo Orsini. Maybe we could use his place there, but if not, yeah, if they need to stop the ritual, they need to stop it.
I mean, we could always ask Barrow if we could use his footpad.
Probably not.
Freaking a stranger in and then summoning a fucking devil in my bat cave. Fuck off.
Ritual takes up a great deal of space and can be quite destructive. But I've made arrangements for an area it can take place, but that I'll explain to you in the coming days. But you should prepare yourself, for it's not a trial many make it out the other side of.
I am
Hey,
aware.
Chris, we need a favor. Could you have no one patrol this 6-block area?
I mean, she hasn't paid us in a while. She does kind of owe us.
Screams of panic and the weird infernal chanting. Don't mind that.
We'll give you some of this appropriated perfume money.
I'm sorry, we've already put that back into circulation.
Oh, my apologies. Vic will give you some of his money.
I think the idea of giving someone money is going to break his heart.
I mean, it's technically a bribe, so he's not really giving.
But unless anyone has anything else they're going to do that night, we're going to move on to Sunday.
Do I need to do a roll for energy drain, or does it just automatically recover?
I think you made a roll last time to start recovering. I'm not sure if you have to keep it every time.
If you get a temporary negative level, you roll at the end of the day to see if it becomes permanent. If not, it wears off.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't permanent, so it does wear off.
Yes.
Okay.
Gotcha. So I imagine when we collect ourselves for the morning ritual of cleansing our body of disease, I would inform a lot of you that tomorrow is my trial to become a Hell Knight, and because our organization is a lot smaller than the normal Hell Knight groups, it's going to take place somewhere nearby, and I'm going to need a lot of you to come with to facilitate a clean trial where no one else gets involved.
Hell yeah, you could count me in, and he'd go in for a high five. Congrats.
I would hesitate for a second before raising my hand and slap.
So you want us to assault the guard on your behalf?
Just keep them off of me, but yes.
And this does not make you uncomfortable?
It would be ideal if we could do it somewhere that it wouldn't cause problems, but the way the city is now, I feel like this is going to be an event. Regardless, whatever happens in my trial, I'm not going to let it hurt anyone else. It is literally just trying to keep people off of me.
I see. And will you be complicit in this, Vic?
I don't understand the ritual, but if Luca, if you require our assistance, I can.
I would indeed. And worst case scenario, I would like to have you there, Vic, as you are a priest of Abadar. If I should fail, I would need somebody to perform the last rites upon my body. So having you there would be a great comfort.
I would happily see to your dead body.
What are the rules of this duel?
From what I understand, battle to the death against the devil.
Can we help you?
I do not believe so. You're there to facilitate. No one interrupts my trial.
Even
Are you allowed
just
to?
a simple blessing of wellness?
Are you allowed to bring potions into this?
I'm allowed to bring whatever I can bring into it myself, and whatever I procure ahead of time.
Mm.
So yeah, I can already tell what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to look for that infernal healing potion, as well as probably after the shopping, probably spend the rest of this day with his daughters, because who knows, he might not see her again after this.
It's rough, man.
So yeah, inquire if Vic could help me with shopping this time, so he can look for the same thing. Because
Yeah, I'll take him
having
around.
having some fast healing for a minute seems beneficial when you're fighting to your death.
Yep. What are you looking for?
Potion of infernal healing. So I think it's like another diplomacy. I'll probably roll as well for my knowledge
Ask
local.
around and see if he can't find it.
No, we both rolled pretty decent.
Well, what are you looking for? Here we are, potions of fast healing.
So would I be able to find that, Michael? Did we lose Michael?
So
He's muted.
I muted myself.
Okay.
I also made a joke. I said, when you said you found someone to give you the potion, I said, "Hey Vic, it's my favorite non-were rat banker of Athens."
Hey, Dirty Steve. I don't understand
It's
why
Filthy
you.
Steve.
Well, then just call me Vic.
You know, me and some of the boys were gonna gather up in a big gang tonight and go beat some were-rats with a stick.
That sounds very abusive. How about
It's
you
not
give
like
my
they're
buddy
people, am I right? My best non-were-rat friend.
That sounds a little over the top. Why don't you give my buddy here a potion? He's going to go to an undisclosed location and beat a demon with a stick.
That's what I call doing it too.
As Vic continues to sweat from this conversation, like, why have you smelled like cheese whenever you sweat lately? Have you been eating a lot of dairy?
It's a rash.
Might want to get that checked out.
I can
I
check
have
it
a
out if you need me to.
Sadly, the only lotion that worked was sold at that perfume store.
Probably should have treated them a little better then.
Uh,
Anyway.
all right. Yeah, but you guys are able to find the potion.
Yep. I would buy that, and like I said, I would spend the rest of the day basically pampering my daughter. I'd bring her that toy house that we found at the toy shop. I'd give her that golden crown I've been carrying around for a while. It's worth 150 gold.
Dude, she's set.
And basically just treat her like a princess for the rest of the day before preparing in the evening to possibly die the next day.
Do you
Yes,
tell
it
her
is
that
a-
you're gonna possibly die?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, because if you don't tell her, she's gonna be deeply fucked up if you
Oh,
die.
yeah. Not going to tell her. Not going to tell the wife.
Like
no one.
deep trust issues, rest of her days.
Your wife already knows something's up.
Well, besides, if I die, I'm going to be coming back as her anyway, so I can have a traumatic child character.
Love it.
All right,
Anyway,
let's kill some guards.
Vic sits
that'll be what I do for that day if anyone else needs to do anything. So
Yeah, Vic's sitting awkwardly in the corner after shopping, realizes this is a father-daughter moment after about 4 hours and says, I believe I'll excuse myself.
as you say, you were standing outside because he wouldn't have let you inside.
Yep.
Because this isn't the house that he usually stays at. This is the house that his mother and wife live in.
I guess he didn't need anything else. I'll show myself home.
Merrick will probably just spend the day training with his hippogriff.
I just picture Vic outside waiting for a second before my character's mom comes out. I was like, "Oh, good. So there's someone here. I need help carrying these chamber pots."
I'll go find our friend Gray.
And she just passes you a bucket. Sloshes a little bit. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
If I can, I'll try to find and pick up another dose of seeing slime. It's non-magical, but it's 160 gold pieces. So Michael?
Is he muted again?
Was muted again. Yeah, if it's not magical, you'll probably be able to find it somewhere.
Okay, cool. I'll just write it down then.
All right. Anyone else have actions for today?
Like I said, I'm just doing the hippogriff.
You're doing what to the hippogriff?
Oh.
Whoa. The training.
Mm-hmm. Pit fights.
Mhm.
Talk about a rat.
Another handle animal.
Okay.
So things heating up. I'll see if I can't find a potion if I keep watch.
Yeah, you've gotten to the point that it'll eat out of your hand now. Definitely not kicking you in the stomach anymore as it was in the beginning. You're building up a relationship with the magical beast.
Yay, progress.
I guess with things heating up, I'll see if I can't find a potion of keep watch. Probably a diplomacy.
Yep, give me a diplomacy.
One, maybe even
Not
negative.
the day, fortunately. All right. So I think we're good to move on to Moon Day, the day of the trial.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Let's see.
you spend this morning getting prepared. Yeah, you're brought in by the Paralictor, and he removes the head of your Guizarn and replaces it with one much more styled in the way of the Order of the Torrent, with that sort of fish design they all have. And he leads you out over to the docks, and as you arrive there, he equips you with a pair of boots of water walking.
Oh, nice.
And he is going to lead you to the center of the Yeagar River.
Well, if I can get there early enough, I'm gonna pass you 6 vials, dark skin, shield, and 4 cure light wounds.
Nice.
Don't die.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, these are like his daily ones. I'm pretty sure you can pass off.
Yep.
Mm.
And Merrick will.
Well, I mean, if they sink to the bottom of the river, I'll have to unattune them, but
And Merrick will do a blessing and watch for everybody. Probably just shortly before we start heading out to perform the ritual.
Because I'm pretty sure this is all legal. Because it's not like I'm having them fight with me. So potions and stuff are considered potions.
And Vic, don't forget to use 2 spells for the delayed disease. I'll use 1.
Yeah, I'm just gonna always keep 2 marked.
All right. So you're brought out to the middle of the Yeagar River. Just at the docks, there is the signifier who is casting some sort of magic ritual that they've prepared ahead of time out, casting towards your location. What are you gonna say?
I was just saying, as they're doing this and stuff, and we're walking across the water, I do pull out my 1 vial of silver sheen and coat my the blade of my weapon over it, so it counts as a silver weapon, just in case.
For 1 attack.
Yep. Hey, 1 attack is still better than none attacks.
Yep.
Okay. Slowly, the Paralictor stands, off to the side, and he lets the ritual commence with you standing there in the center.
Mm-hmm.
And around you, the water starts to swell up and form a wall of like a waterfall, but with water falling on both sides, and just raised water above you, creating an arena-like situation. And at this point, you guys on the shore are starting to notice guards, starting to notice what's happening there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're taking interest, looking on at what's happening. But interestingly enough, you see Luca's friend Grawl happens to be here at this time, and he looks over and he goes, "Hey boys, look, it's Luca. He's doing his Hell Knight thing." And instead of trying to stop him, it appears as if these guards are going to cheer him on instead.
It's two boys.
As they're cheering on, I turn to the rest of us on the shore, and tell them, you should really start bringing masks to these things. And I walk around to stand behind the guards stealthily with a sap, just in case they decide they need to change anything.
Yes, and Luca, as you're standing, you see right ahead of you on the other side of this water arena that's been created, a vortex start to swirl up down to the very bottom of the river and beyond. And from the lip of this vortex, you see one hand grasp onto the surface of the water above, and you see it become the surface of the river become a slick black ice that it grabs onto and is able to traverse on top of the surface of the water, much like you are. And at this point, back on the surface, a squad of Grey Maidens, who are much fewer in number than the guard, have taken notice of all the clapping and clamoring, and they take no qualms in approaching you and telling you summoning in public areas is strictly against the law. This crowd needs to disperse immediately so we can assess the situation and take care of it.
Boo! You suck.
Are they talking to us? I assume, since
Just
they're way
everyone.
out in the water.
If you're the ones guarding the fire there, who's conducting the ritual.
Mm.
Yeah, so I would try and use try and use diplomacy to study target Silverhagger, and diplomacy to try and calm them down about the situation, the fact that they're out in waters which are not part of the city, should not harm anyone that is part of the city. Oh crap! And I don't have any rerolls.
The Jaeger
Freaking two.
is an integral part of Corvosan trade, and we will not have some strange creatures being summoned from its depths. You can move aside, or we can move you.
Well, I'm trying one more thing, and I'm sure this will be at a higher penalty since I just completely lost on the diplomacy. Going to switch tactics and go to bluff and explain how this was not summoned, how he is actually defending the city, and if we interfere, more of those creatures will appear.
Oh, damn.
36, baby.
Even with the 36, I'm not quite sure they're going to buy this story.
Because you are protecting the summoner guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's out, he's like next to you chanting, like on the ground sitting, as you're all kind of just keeping him from being interrupted.
Merrick would just kind of sidestep to obstruct line of view.
All I can picture is that we're seeing Vic tell this to the Grey Maidens, and we're seeing like behind Vic's head, and all the Grey Maidens are looking at him, and you just see Barrow slowly raising his sledgehammer.
All right, I'm trying to look at the bluff rules because I'd love to see what how close he did come. Would you say that this is a far-fetched lie?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I don't know how to determine the DC.
It would basically be a -10 to your roll. So,
Yep. So
and they
Dick's
probably
gonna
aren't
say-
very. They probably don't like you much. So it's
Yeah, they
probably,
probably have one of the lowest friendly thing, which is like another. Yeah.
Does that come into play on bluff? I don't see it on here, but I don't know how the DMs do.
It's more diplomacy.
the bluff
but at the
checks are
same
modified
time-
by the dependability, depending on the believability of the lie and all that other stuff. I'm pretty sure you're saying this while you're protecting the summoner. It's
All right, I'll say this. Then she says, if the creature is not being summoned, then this person here should have no problem being removed from the area. So in the time of disease, we shouldn't be gathering anyways.
6 feet
right.
rule.
One more bluff check. There's no person there.
No.
Okay, that is impossible to lie to.
And so it's a -20. The lie is impossible.
We addressed this. It would take Manfred rolling like a 60 to be able to just gaslight someone that hard.
Especially because he's inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gonna move. Sorry, give me just a second.
Yeah.
I will
Honestly.
say, as the ritual begins, I will drink the long-lasting potions because like the barks can last for like 50 minutes. So
I am set to just bring the hammer down on one of these ladies. Just be done with it.
It says, note that some lies are so improbable that it is impossible to convince anyone that they are true, subject to GM discretion.
Yeah,
I feel like saying he's not there is a
I feel like what that person doesn't exist. Like the defending the city against a devil incursion, it's far fetched, but I could kind of see that this person doesn't exist technically.
It wasn't
Is
me.
this summoner in the room with us right now?
Maybe if I hit him with my dusted disappearance, but it only lasts like half a minute.
I don't see anywhere in Bluff where they set up the DC.
Well, it's because it's usually opposed by sense motive.
And these modifiers are all just negatives to your roll. Gotcha.
Yep.
I think at a certain point, Merrick would just start calling out names of the female stable company. Yeah, no, he's trying to find, see if he can identify and just see if A, respond to the name at all.
I just picture Merrick in a fedora being like, females.
Tell you what,
Wendy.
Are
you Wendy? Stephanie? Alexa?
Tell you what, pal, you can identify the bodies.
He just begins to sing Mambo number 5 while he's trying to just name off women's names.
At least she's not asking to smell them again.
All right. You guys should be on the map.
Yep.
And we can roll initiative.
I like the map, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you have consistently bad initiative rolls in this, but when we were playing Rune Lords, your wizard was just like middle of the road. Your next character is going to be like god tier initiative.
Roll.
Just to balance it out.
And Organization. Best. And initiative. So, going forward, the Grey Maidens are going to step forward and give you guys one last chance to leave the area. These ones are going to stay a little bit further back. And then the bearded devil, crawling its way onto its 2 feet in front of you, glares up at you and goes, "The time has come again, it seems, for our champions to fight."
Just call back to him. I'm here to return you from whence you came to complete my trial. And I just point my glaive at him.
All right. And with that, I think it's gonna charge you.
Charging his laser.
So it has this glaive that it pulls off of its back, and it goes full in for a charge.
Would
I
it
think he has to
provoke?
be. No, because he has to be 10 feet back or 5 feet back because it's a reach weapon. So he's technically one more behind.
Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, moving back there. So, do you take a? Yeah,
You take -2 to AC when you charge, and a +2 to hit.
Okay, so just this first attack here.
30 will definitely hit.
For 16 plus infernal wound. So that is going to give you 2 points of bleed damage. You can staunch it with a DC 17 heal check. And then, yeah, that's going to be it because it's not using its claws at the moment.
All right. Looks like things are getting hostile over here with the Grey Maidens. I think it's time I escalate it. All right, so sprinting over here, I'm going to acrobatics through their space. Come on, come on. All right, so that will be 26.
26. I think will do it, but let me see. Yep, 26 will do it.
All right, so let me make sure I got the Blessings of the Watch. Surprise attack. Okay. So this attack with Crab Smasher will be too higher. I just don't have that factored in. So 20.
20 will not hit.
All right. That's my swift action attack. Now my main action attack. This will. Oh yeah, it probably doesn't matter because it's full plate, but they would be flat-footed for that swift action attack as well.
It's a little bit lower, but not quite.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but it was worth checking. Now my main action attack.
They're just very heavily armored.
23.
23 will hit.
All right, that's 7, and unless I'm flanking with Vic, which I do not believe I am, then no hidden strike.
All right. Luca. You're
Okay.
That's the bearded devil.
So my infernal healing heals for 1, but in order to stop the bleeding, I have to do a catch-up level check from the potions DC, which I think is only a +1. So it's going to be a very slim chance of it actually succeeding to staunch the bleeding. Nope. So I still take the bleed damage.
All right. So you just take 2 points of damage.
Yep. And then I am going to overrun him. Won't provoke because it prevents provoking when you do it. So overrun 27 against its CMD.
I believe that will work. Let me double check. Yes, that'll work.
Does it knock him prone?
It
It beats it by 5.
It beats it just by 5.
Okay, so he does get knocked prone. So he takes the 12, negating it. It still has any DR that he has to negate as well.
I'll use my reaction to cast Staggering Fall.
I don't think you can. I think
Also,
we're
I
far
don't
enough out
think-
to not.
Yeah, I don't think we're literally. that
Oh,
far
sorry.
away.
I was.
Yeah, we're in the streets. He's out there in the water.
Yeah, no, I forgot who was where right now. So never mind.
Yeah. And as I run by, I also get to armor spike him for 29 to hit for 11.
All right. Let me just check everything because Devil's got the weird shit. Do your weapons count as silver right now?
These ones do not. So any DR that he has will reduce these.
Okay.
Should give you my silver dagger, or one of them. Oh well.
I'm pretty sure he's going to do more damage with his large two-handed weapon than even the silver
Yeah.
dagger would.
Hey,
This is mostly to get him on the ground, so I have a better chance of hitting him
Yeah.
with my Guizarm.
I didn't know if that guy had like a crazy burning disarm combat maneuver, and then your Guizon hits the drink and goes to the bottom.
So you can tell your weapons aren't doing as much damage as they should, but you're still managing to do some damage.
Yep.
But right now, comparatively, it looks like you've taken more than he has.
Oh yeah.
Vic.
The guards are attacking. He will, I guess, move action, get out his weapon. And then, looks like we're flanking. He is going to try and hit this one. But it'll be sneak, non-lethal damage.
Also, you might want to 5-foot step over because we're not flanking.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I intended to do.
It's gonna miss either way. But...
Yeah, it's going to miss on a 13 there. And that is it for Mr.
Yeah.
Vicky.
My 20 missed. So
Help, we're being repressed. Do we have
Wrong city to scream that in.
Yeah, where's the summoner?
I think he's just off screen.
Okay,
Yeah.
he's just all right.
They're going to clear you guys off, and if they can clear you guys off, they're going to clear the summoner off.
Understood.
Is it my turn?
You said you gave us Blessing of the Watch, didn't you?
Yes.
Cool.
Merrick.
You'll 5-foot step and look at this Gray Maiden and say, really, you don't want to be doing this, and you should just go, and would cast Command Flee through the Extend Rod.
Okay. So we'll save.
Mm-hmm. That's a failure. For the next 2 rounds, she needs to flee as far away from me as she can for the next 2 rounds.
Okay.
Didn't you say you used the extend rod?
That's
Yeah,
like
so-
2 rounds.
Yeah, it's 2 rounds.
What is it normally?
1.
1 round.
Oh, that stinks.
Hey, 2 rounds of something like halt.
Basically
Where-
full on sprinting away from him, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically buys us 2 rounds. You guys 2 rounds of not dealing with her.
If not a bit more, because she has to run back.
Yeah.
So at least 4 rounds, probably.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons why I was wanting that command rod, because even at a few low level spells could really benefit from it.
Here, you're gonna glue that one to the floor.
Mm-hmm. Well, not the running one. That's one of the options, but untangle foot. 27 touch.
27
Look,
will touch.
Look at you thinking you need touch with those rolls.
Obviously gonna exclude those from the precise bomb.
Yep.
So she needs to make a reflex of 15 or be glued to the floor for 5 rounds. Entangled for 5 rounds either way. All right. So she's just entangled.
And entangle just reduces your move speed, right?
And
no,
-2 attack.
2. Yeah, it's in the notes right on the attack.
Basically -2 to attack,
Okay.
-2 to AC and reflex because the -4 to dex. So
Cool. And for 5 rounds. Okay. First things first, the running one is going to run.
Goodbye.
Thank you. I hope you're doing well.
Okay. This one is going to step down 15 feet and fire a shot from a composite longbow at Kier.
he's coming right for us.
That'll miss. Although only 1 damage.
Why is it? Yeah, it's not adding strength. It would have been at least 4 damage.
Did you tell it to add strength?
Yeah, it just wasn't added on the modifier for some reason. But it is a composite longbow. But either way, that one does not hit. The rest of them, let's see. Let me check something real quick. They do have point blank shot, if that matters at all.
No. MI
Yeah.
says it.
Yeah, 21. So then these guys are going to come down and attack Barrow. I think that hits you, Barrow.
Yep, just hits me. That's 7 points.
All right. I don't think Vic has made any outward hostilities against the guard, has he?
Didn't he just do an attack that missed?
I mean, you just swung at that lady.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because we already went all the way around. Sorry, keeping track of a lot of things. Then
Oh yeah.
this one is going to come down and attack Vic.
That'll miss. 19 AC.
Are insane. That one's running away. That one attacked. This one's glued to the floor, but it is also going to attack Barrow.
She made the reflex. She's just entangled.
Yeah, she can move. She just can't move very fast.
Also hits.
I don't think it does because it's a 17.
Oh, it's a 17? Okay.
Yeah, because minus 2 entangled.
-2, right. I forgot about that. Yeah, then that misses. My AC is 18.
But entangled goes down for 1 round. And it's the bearded devil again. He's going to say, you're more clever than the last neophyte they sent me to kill. Then Hill. What were you going to say?
I was just gonna say he's probably not really responding at this point. He's just like hyper focused, like doing that thing where like a slow mo's on the camera on his face, where he's just like all you hear is his heavy breathing, like just really trying hard to focus on killing this devil because he doesn't want to die.
Mm-hmm. That being said, he is going to get his full attack this round.
Is he going to stand up or is he going to attack from the ground?
Oh, you're right. He needs to stand up. I forgot that he had fallen over.
Yeah, he could attack from the ground, but it'll be a -4 to hit me. So
he's going to stand up.
And that'll provoke from me. 29 to hit.
29 will hit.
This first attack will bypass his DR, so that'll take full damage to him.
Okay. So instantly, this is like a devastating attack on him as he stands up.
Just to cleave off part of one of his horns as I attack him.
Mm-hmm. But he does get back onto his feet, and then he is going to do 1 attack on you. So, he critically fails. So he just sort of stumbles past you with a strike as he's still devastated by your last blow. Barrow Walker.
All right, I am going to acrobatics. Ooh, 22.
22 will do it.
Okay.
If we weren't on these ladies' shit list before, we definitely are now.
All right, so that'll get me my free attack with my Crab Smasher as a swift action. +2 to this. She is flat-footed. Damn.
And that's an attack of opportunity, right?
It's not, no.
Oh,
Yeah,
darn.
unfortunately.
When her round starts, it provokes an attack.
Your other one is.
If
okay.
I hit, yes.
Yep.
All right, and my actual main attack without the +2. Oof, if I could actually roll some dice, that would be good.
Yes, unfortunately, that is a dud.
Yep, that's my turn.
Luke, it appears that the tides have turned, and now you have the upper hand over the devil.
I'm going to attempt to overrun him once more. Hold on, gotta turn power attack off for this. Overrun. 35 to overrun him will knock him prone again, which will make me smack him with my armor spikes as I end up on the opposite side of him once more.
Okay. The 24 will hit.
Neither of these are subject. Like none of my attacks now are going to bypass his DR. It was just that one first attack with my squeeze arm, so you can reduce the DR for every attack forward.
All right, and then does that trip him there?
Yes, because the overrun did 10 damage, knocked him prone, and then because he got knocked prone, I got to use my armor spikes on him.
Yep. And okay, let me see something. All right. So you let loose another devastating strike on him, but because you're not bypassing his DR, he's able to resist it a little bit more.
Yep.
He is back on the ground.
I'm just glad that my one that bypassed his DR actually was a high roll.
Yeah, that was a solid hit.
Hmm.
For Vic's turn, this is the next day after we had the fight in the perfume shop, right?
Yes.
2 days
All
after.
right.
2 days after, yeah.
Okay, cool. He is going to use his Bane ability, which is a swift action. Move action, he's going to study this dude. And he's going to, to swing.
All right, finally. Scoreboard.
Jesus, your damage always terrifies me.
Yeah. Well, I don't say it out loud, but I'm always power attacking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no,
And
I
that
usually
Bane
don't.
adds 2d6. Oh my god. Yeah, I rolled the 2d6 for both sixes.
But I seem to get really bad rolls in this campaign, but when I hit, I can actually do good damage. But
Oh yeah, no, you
You're-
really shine when you start succeeding.
You're
yeah,
attacking
it's just
the one that's stuck to the ground up here?
Say again?
You're attacking the one stuck to the ground up here?
Yes. It's non-lethal.
All right.
If she's still standing, he's gonna.
She is not. She is knocked out.
That's it for him. He'll 5-foot step over here.
Merrick.
Has this one taken damage yet?
Nope.
All right. He'll look to that one and say, "You should go too. There's no need to fight," and would cast Command Flee. And this would provoke attack of opportunities. That's a failure.
And is that extended to 2 rounds?
What was that?
Is that extended to 2 rounds?
No, we only had one use of the extend rod since we've been putting it towards the resist disease. But on her turn, she'll have to flee.
Also, something I forgot to say, I'm going to spend a hero point to give myself DR for the encounter.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. Vic, you're actually going to trigger your hero card for this fight.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Basically, all rolls that are modified by Constitution gain +2, and you gain temporary hit points equal to twice your level.
All right.
I just figured I'd mention it since I have it up. So I'm like, I was like waiting for my turn. I'm like, wait, I remember we have this. DR is very handy right now.
Yes.
Because guess what DR does? It ignores my bleed, I'm pretty sure.
All right. Go turn, Merrick. Here.
Just noticed I put my range on there. It's 20 feet, but yeah. Go back a bit closer to this one. Touch.
20 touch. I think, well, yep.
Okay, same thing. 15 to be glued to the floor. Or entangled for 6 rounds this time.
Reflex.
So she's also just entangled, but 6 rounds.
And I forget, is there a way for them to cut their way out?
I think
I think of the glued floor, not the entangled part, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Glued to floor, unable to fly, can break free with strength 17 or dealing 15 points of damage to the goo with a slashing weapon. A creature can then move, but is still entangled for duration.
Well, first things first. Attack of opportunity from Vic.
I had rolled earlier and missed. I rolled right after he cast the spell, thinking she moved immediately.
She's going to continue up there. So is she. But then they're both going to wear off this round.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This one over here is going to move into combat with Vic here.
That'll miss. Gotta say, Michael, you're rolling bad for this encounter.
Thankfully.
Yeah. I thought we were toast when this started without Luca. I mean, I know Barrow puts out the hurt, but we don't have our soaker.
Yeah, I keep getting bad rolls. Like a completely different world from when I was playing Gork, when I would just do 4 attacks and they would all come up as 17s on the die.
And to be fair, like my character, I do some damage, but I don't do like the crazy amount of damage. I just really debilitate people by knocking them on their ass.
Well, like my fancy class may be vigilante, and I might do my whole acrobatic shindig. At my heart, I'm just a D&D rogue.
Yeah.
I'm light armored. I'm acrobatic. I sneak attack from the back. Like that's really what it is.
Yeah.
God, I've been rolling straight garbage. Anyways. Yeah, that's their turn. Beard of Devil time. Gonna stand up.
Yep. Attack. 28 to hit. This one will be reduced by DR from that 19, but just remember the 1 electricity I don't think gets reduced by DR. Unless he has resistance to electricity, which I do not know.
Right. And more electricity. He stands up once again and he says, if that's your only trick, you're going to be sorely mistaken if you think that's all it takes to defeat me. And then take that first attack there.
That'll miss.
God damn. He may be wrong.
He only rolled a 9 on that and got a 20.
Yeah, so honestly, it's definitely thankful that Kier gave me those potions because my AC is a lot higher than normal.
All right. I'm going to be acrobating through someone's space, so I'll just do this in advance. 31. Oh, sorry, 33. That should do it.
Yep.
All right. +2 and flat-footed to this. Come on. 8. That's 28. I think I might be scoreboard there.
Yep.
All right, so that's 8 bludgeoning damage plus 14 additional bludgeoning damage, all lethal. All right.
Okay.
And then my main attack, this will have +2 for flanking. 24.
24 will hit.
18 damage total from that one. There it is. That's the numbers that I wanted. And if she's not down, then at the start of her turn, she'll provoke an attack opportunity from me, which would then probably provoke one from Vic.
All right. Luca.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh, that's a nice roll.
Yep, that'll knock him over again.
Spike him.
Feel bad for this devil a little bit.
I love this idea of the devil standing up. Huh, that trick won't work a second time. Oh no, it worked a second time.
He says that. I slap him and then immediately knee him to the face.
Try that a third time.
This works
Alright,
remarkably
best
effectively
5 out
against
of
something
7.
that fights in melee.
Fool me twice.
But that's all I do in my turn. I just run him over again.
All right. Vic.
The simplicity is beautiful. All right. This movement, he's going to apply studied target. Oof. +2 for flanking, 18 to hit.
That hits.
I
That
don't
is
think so. Not with these heavy armored ladies.
nope.
All right. Well, he is going to nothing.
Because if I'm guessing right, they're wearing full plate with shield, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of the baseline we're looking at here.
Yep. That's what, 22 AC?
Mm-hmm.
Thereabout.
Eric will fire a pair of blunt arrows at the one in front of Kier.
I'm the only one killing them.
Oh, those
What,
will
you
probably
think-
miss.
What, you think they're just going to forgive and forget when they come to?
Those are both a miss. Kier, you got up on your biz.
Yeah. Unfortunately, entangled means she can't 5-foot step. So take my own 5-foot step, and yeah, they're still fair ways away. Tangle bomb that one. Ooh.
Barely need. We're about to get 2 AOs on her.
Yeah, 11 touch. Might still hit, but probably won't.
11 touch just meets their touch.
Well, that's good for you guys, because I can direct the splash if it hits.
Yep.
Obviously not hitting them.
And she is taken out of combat.
I feel like she drops, and Barrow and I were intently about to smack her in the head, and she falls, and we're like, damn it!
I just give her one on the ground for good measure to make sure she's dead.
So, yeah, I don't think I have anything to do move action wise. So.
Okay. So the one left over here is going to continue to chase after Kier, waiting on her sisters in arms to return. So this is it's actually a 14. Yeah, doesn't hit it.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty bad. 9, but still.
I don't believe they've hit anybody except for those 2 opening rounds against Barrow.
Yeah. Well, technically, only the one of them hit. The other one had -2, so it missed.
I mean, you guys have insane AC.
Yeah.
Kier's
I have a 19.
19 is high.
We're being jaded because we're playing high level for a while there.
Yeah, we got decent AC for our level.
Yeah.
I mean, we're 5th. Full BAB is a +5. So if they had just that, they'd need a 12 to hit us or hit me.
The only person here with an AC below 18 is Kier, and it's 17.
I'm not complaining.
That's just because I gave Luca all my defensive shit.
And I appreciate you.
I see you, brother.
But the bearded devil is going to stand up once again.
You know he can attack from prone.
I knew I was going to regret doing it at one point.
Toss aside his glaive. And
can he 5-foot and attack after he stood up? Because standing
You
up is a move
can
action.
because the move was a move
Okay.
action.
Yeah,
It was not.
but he only gets a single attack.
Yeah, still one attack is still better than the multi-attack that you can do.
Yeah, exactly.
and he's going to attempt a grapple on you.
Okay. Does it provoke?
It does.
Okay, so I am going to unarmed strike the bastard. Hold on, this wouldn't be a two-handed attack with the power attack, so I need to change that. 20 to hit?
20 will not hit.
Okay.
Or actually it will, never mind.
So 12 points, DR applies.
Yep. But you're grappled, I think?
CMD 26. Yep, I am grappled.
All right. And from the grappled position, you are going to get acquainted with his beard there.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, that just sounds disgusting.
Wait,
Merrick looks over. Oh, this fight is taking a turn.
what does his beard do?
It smells great. It's very well manicured.
It
Like
normally
that.
triggers when he hits with both his claws attack, but being grappled, I think
Yeah.
you're going to take the beard damage.
That's
He's
fair.
literally got a slithering barbed beard.
So how much damage is that?
You take 8 damage.
I do like the notion of beard damage.
Mm-hmm. Pay attention, Merrick. You're about to learn where tieflings come from.
And we all know I can't escape from a grapple, so it's a punching time.
Barrow.
All right. I will be moving through this one space, so let me just go ahead and preemptively. At least the acrobats have been on point.
Yep.
Ass.
And yep, I got enough movement to do that. So +2 to this. That'll miss.
Yeah.
Then the second one, +2 for flanking. Wait, flat-footed. Nope, that still wouldn't hit.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that second one will hit though.
Yes.
So 10 bludgeoning plus an additional 8, so 18 bludgeoning damage. And at the start of their turn, it'll provoke from.
Luca.
Not gonna be able to break out of this, so it's just punching time. Let me see. Make sure I don't have certain things on. Hold on a second. Okay. Ooh, tides are gonna turn now. That's all I can do. I can only get one attack.
All right, Vic's gonna charge. Can you? That's enough room to charge, right? It's 10 feet.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
need 10 feet.
Right. Does that count as flanking if he's ganged up on by 3?
Yeah.
All right. So sneak attack and Bane and +2 from flanking, +2 from charge, and Vic falls down.
The ones are coming back.
Yeah, with a vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be all. Thank you.
Merrick will do a full attack against this one. Flurry of arrows. No, I won't power attack. Or whatever the ranged equivalent is. Then... Wow. Them rolls, though. 5 and 2. Then 5-foot step. And that's my turn.
Yep. Talking about a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Combat be swingy like that. Until Kier comes up and his crazy touch attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And Kier from downtown.
Yes.
Kier just doing that thing where he like throws a bomb from under his leg and just slams it onto him.
Yeah. Little hop back and chuck a frostbomb at her. Established 11 hit on touch last time, so
Mm-hmm.
it's Fort or stagger now. Oh, all right. It's under 30 feet, so I guess 11 cold. Keep forgetting that. It's at the very bottom of my descriptions. All right, so not staggered.
Okay.
All right. I attack.
Yes.
Damn it.
But it does make Vic do it too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, it does. Good. And this is my last round of Bane, too.
Yep. Hit her with it.
But I don't have sneak attack anymore, so.
Don't roll a 1. There it is.
You hit her and she goes down. And Vic, you just have such a higher kill count than everyone else in this party.
Yeah.
Inquisitors are glass cannons, man. That's kind of their shtick with the Bane ability, an extra 2d6, but that's done for the day.
Yeah.
Speaking of
But it's advantageous in this kind of campaign or kind of episodic.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the other two are running away.
They'll be
Yeah.
back.
Besides his dismay, the other two are nowhere to be seen. And they should be showing up back around now.
They are probably going for assistance.
Yeah, let's kill these ones on the floor that are still alive and hope Luke finishes up.
Please no.
Why?
So is he going to
Used
try
to
to
be
maintain the grapple, or
coworkers,
is he going to
and I
release for a full attack?
suspect. Actually, let's peek under their helmets.
Yeah, why don't we take these helmets off real quick? That's a great idea.
I mean, none of you are wearing masks. Do you think they're going to forget when they regain consciousness?
We already have 2 witnesses. Better to be the ones that incapacitated rather than killed.
Well, let's flip those tables. You've got a mask on. They're not going to come after you, so why do you need to kill them? Not that I care either way. I'm just asking. Because you have a lot of logic, and I appreciate that, Gray. That was me, not...
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway, devil fight.
Even with the +5, that'll fail. So he loses the grapple.
He loses the grapple, and that is a standard action?
That is a standard action, so you can't take an action anymore.
Yeah. Nobody's going to get a stiff drink on their tab as I grab one of the nearest one's coin purses.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, this one actually is dead because that is the one that I killed already.
Did someone say a murder?
So,
Is it going to just be back to my turn now at this point, or?
oh no, I was just gonna quickly pull the
Okay.
helmet off of this one in front of me. Show it to Merrick. You know her?
Would I?
Roll 1d100.
This is for her life.
Right. 7.
You recognize this as someone you weren't really friends with, but you recognize their face from the Sable Company, except now they have 2 large facial scars across their eyes.
What are those? Point to the scars.
Is
What
that
are
a yes?
those?
I do know her. Yes.
I drop her and move over to the next one.
Initiation rite, I'd guess.
Are the scars bad enough that she can't see?
No, it doesn't look like that.
Okay.
68 to recognize the other one. Barrow's about to murder it.
You don't recognize this person, but they have matching facial scars, so they're not in the exact same location. They're probably, across the side of the face instead.
Instead of answering, Merrick will just kind of look away and look dismayed, but then draw his attention back to her to see if I could get any indication of what those scarring's about.
Gallagher.
Merrick's being traumatized over there while
Gallagher.
I am the trauma to this devil.
Listen, Barrow says that you can hate me as a free man rather than from the gallows.
So, are you just using your turn to
Unmask, I think.
draw that one?
Yep, that's all I'm doing. I'm done.
Luca.
Overrun. I'm not sure if that was knock it prone or not, but
Let me see.
Yep, you got it, Cope.
That does not prone.
okay. So it still takes the damage from the overrun, but let me double check. I don't think I get my armor spike attack though.
It doesn't matter. Just describe how you do it, because that had 11 hit points left.
Okay. So as I go to overrun it, I see how weak he is, and I just grab him by the horns, and I begin to submerge his head under the water as his freezing powers, as he's dying, is not going to withhold it, and I begin to drown him. And as I do this, you just all hear as I call out, I had this written down when I created this character. In the wake of chaos, our duty endures. Let the devil's scream echo into the 9 hells, a warning to those who dare defy our righteous fury of the order. As I just hold him down there, and as he begins to die, the bubbles fizz into the water as he begins to dissipate and unmake from this reality.
And Barrow smashes the head of this guard.
Yeah, I love the mental image of you drowning this devil, having this really epic moment as you're completing this ritual. And we're hearing the voice echo out through the waves. The camera pans over. Merrick's just looking really concerned at the scarred face of someone he once knew. As blurry in the background, you just see Barrow with a hammer in 2 hands. Thunk!
Thunk.
Like,
Camera
all
pans.
the shades of justice.
And camera pans a little bit, and Kira's stealing the money out of the other one's pocket.
And now, when we level up, I can now smite chaos.
Nice.
Which is
Nice.
now everyone pulls up.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that was perfect timing. Is that scene